here. Martin cheated. He's the mod. Yeah. Pia is here. Hello, Pia. Raven is here. Hey, Raven. Nice to see you being early. Yeah. Badger, see you in 10 minutes. Well, I see you now, Badger. Um, it's quite a day for me today. I did a lot of stuff because I'm also filming. Chip is 10 seconds late. I'm sorry, Badger, for being 10 seconds late. I'm also filming a vlog, so you'll get to see how a day in my life is. Hey, Kelly, yeah, nice to see you. So, this is why I'm late. It's because I've been filming that and I've been trying to show kind of how my life is. A day in the life of a animal rights activist. It is very warm today, so that's gonna be cool. Well, not cool. That's gonna be hot, right? Because it's not cool. It's hot. We're still gonna be having some conversations with people. Christopher is also gonna join us. I don't know yet when, but he's probably on his way, so he'll join us and he'll be on our stream the whole day. So that's gonna be also cool. And yeah, we'll see exactly what the stream brings. We'll see exactly how the whole stream goes. Yay, Christopher. Yeah, Badger. Yeah. I'm a little bit anxious, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I'm a little bit anxious, but hey, M. Golan. Still have a little bit of anxiety. Sometimes, you have that and you don't know why necessarily, but you do have that. So, yeah. Can people spell? Well, most people cannot spell, sadly. Actually, maybe, I should wear my sunglasses because it's actually pretty sunny. Pretty sunny, actually. So, yeah. How is everyone else doing today? There you go. Is everyone doing okay? I also forgot my identity stuff. You wanna have a conversation? When I do street outreach, I like to have my ID on me, but today I don't. Gola says you look cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know what that was. That was something. I'm afraid, says Badger. Don't be afraid, Badger. It's all good. What are you afraid of, Badger? We'll be good. Anxious as well, says Kalia. Yeah, some days are just like that, sadly. When you have anxiety disorder, sometimes you wake up with anxiety and stuff. Hello, Felek. Nice to see you here. And there's nothing really you can do about it, but just go through it and hope for the best. Maybe if people, you forgot your identity, you are Chip. I forgot my identity card. I know who I am, but thank you, Felek, for reminding me. Who is this Chip person, Felek? Yeah. Yeah, Kelly, I'm sorry you're also feeling some anxiety. The thing about it is, though, like, anxiety just feels like one of those things that will never go away, and it's so hard not to focus on it. But the reality is when you try to kind of like you can give it some energy and think about where it's coming from and try to resolve it and kind of see what's happening there. But if it's just like an anxiety disorder like it is for me, hello, then all you can do really at the end of the day is try to live with it and ignore it sometimes and think about something else. I usually play games and eat junk food when I get super anxious, says Felek. And 90s music. Felek, I mean, I wasn't that anxious this morning. I don't know what happened along the way, but yeah. Do I know your ID name? I have seen this name on other channel. I think so. Sure. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go. I think it's also because I'm doing this vlog thing, which is something that I'm doing that is new. Hey, Maximilian. I forgot to say hello. So I don't know exactly what to expect, if I filmed the right thing. Yeah. Hey, Chip, if someone says convenience today, could you please ask them to be specific? I mean, what does convenience entail? Sure, we can look at that. I hope I do a great job. I hope I do that, Pia. I hope people with anxiety can get the help they need. Listen, sometimes there isn't really any help you can do. You can just talk through it and get better at it. You wanna have a conversation? But there isn't really that much you can do other than just, you know, talk about it and try to ignore it at some point. Chip, you always do a great job. Well, thank you, Pia. Oh, now I remember where I saw your ID. Sub to you and hello. Hello. Hey, Dashing Grandpa. People on TikTok. Hello, people on TikTok. Hello, people on YouTube. I want to talk more about psychological stuff from time to time because I feel like it would be helpful for people. I'm so anxious. I breathe shallow all day and my muscles are tense like a rock. Ah, Badger, that must suck. I'm sorry you're going through that. Bro, that nobody needs to go through that shit. And that kind of sucks. But it's okay, you know, like sometimes, you know, life will be. You want to have a conversation? That's okay. Sometimes life will be like that, you know. And sometimes life will be a little bit better. Hey, Marissa Smart Vegan, not on this channel. Yeah, yeah. Well, the good thing about my channel, or at least our community here, is that we're all very accepting of each other. We have a problem. Thank you, Chip, for speaking up for the animals. Thank you, Vegan Buffalo Jeff. I mean, we have a problem with like when you oppress others or when you're being obtuse or bigoted or antagonistic towards a certain group of individuals strictly because of the way that they're born. But if you're none of that, we accept you for who you are, and we love you for who you are. So that's the beauty of our community, and that's what I hope to build, because life is fucking hard. I'm not here to judge you. If you want to use a pink microphone, use a pink microphone. If you want to get dressed in yellow, pink, and red at the same time, I don't care, do that. If you don't feel like getting out of bed one day, just stay in bed, watch some videos, but you should, probably getting out of bed would help you out. But the point is, we accept you for who you are. Just don't oppress others, that's it. Be whoever you want to be, but don't be an oppressor. That's it. Chip, I definitely agree with you. You and lots of decent people here. Yeah, that's the beauty of this community. I miss the laid-back Amsterdam vibe. Yeah, it's pretty laid-back. It's pretty chill today. 25 degrees today will be, so a little bit warm, not cold at all. Walk 10,000 steps daily, all anxiety will be gone. I think I already walked more than 10,000 steps, so, and anxiety's still there, so I don't think that's true. Marissa has a fantastic sense of humor. She does, doesn't she? But definitely exercising helps. I won't say no, it helps. Next week in Amsterdam, weather looked terrible. Wet, wet, wet. Well, Felek, sometimes people gotta get wet, huh? And it's not bad if they are a little bit wet. That's okay. Yeah. Hey, Jason, nice to see you. Hey, remember to double tap that screen and hit that like. We're in Amsterdam. We are going to have conversations with people. We're speaking of animal rights. I hope I don't have to be a dick today. I just hope people genuinely understand and are nice. I honestly don't like being in this position where I constantly have to tell people, hey, do the right thing. But you wanna try? You wanna have a conversation? Nah, just completely ignore me, that's fine. So don't be part of the 90% of the world or Chip won't respect you. I don't be an oppressor. I don't care if you're part of 90% of the world. Be part of whatever percentage you want. Just don't be an oppressor. That the point isn't if you're part of the majority or not. The point is just to not be an oppressor. I wish it would rain here, says Martin. Yeah. After all these heat waves, rate would be nice. Honestly, yeah. Imagine giving away free umbrellas when it's wet. If people have a conversation with you and go vegan. Somebody's got money for that, fella. Like an umbrella's like 10 euros. What the fuck will gives 10 euros away like that? That's fucking lot. That's a lot of money, man. Free umbrellas. Maybe you can sit for free under my umbrella. Ella, but that's it. He's got money for giving free umbrellas. Felek and his, Privileged position. It's pink. I Vlinangjoy. I don't know what that means. I heard this life tip. If you go to a library, they would normally have leftover umbrellas. Yeah. Yeah, Chris Koshinsky. That sounds like you don't understand the point. And honestly, I think maybe I have anxiety because I realize there's people like you in this world. People who cannot understand the simple point, right? Because I think I watched this thing on YouTube where this person was trying to explain to this other person that they're being stupid for picking on women. They're being misogynistic for picking on women. And then they just had this back and forth where they were saying, but you're picking on women too. But one individual was speaking on women for being women, and the other individual was speaking on women for doing something stupid, as well as men. So it's not, this is what you don't get, Chris, right? Like you make the same mistake. Like, you see, you focus on the ridiculousness of it. I don't know if you do it intentionally or accidentally, but the point isn't that I don't respect you because you're 90% of the world. I don't care about that. I don't respect your choice to oppress others. Why would I do that? You can easily choose to not oppress others, and that's fine. And then I would respect your choice or your moral stance. But that's the whole idea. It's not about a percentage or being part of it. It's about, you know, choosing to oppress others. And FYI, not 90% of the world isn't aware or have had a conversation or have engaged in some form of vegan content to understand the oppression that it is that they're committing. In fact, if 90% of the world would engage in that, I'm pretty sure that at least 1, 2, maybe even 5% of that would go vegan directly. So you see, there would be a lot of people who would go vegan instantly, a lot of people who would start making changes. My problem is with when you reach people like this who understand the issue, understand that they're part of the oppressive part, but they choose to use this appeal to majority that if everyone else does it, somehow it makes it okay. It's not. It's fucking awful. Did you hear that America is hunting wild horses to slaughter them? I saw that Trump. You want to have a conversation with me? I saw that Trump was saying something like that. Yeah, weird. Everyone is crashing out, but yet they still eat burgers, right? Hey, Tina, nice to see you here. Appreciate you, vegan Tina. Oh my God, Marcos, appreciate you. Can we get some W's in the chat for Marcos? W's in the chat for Marcos, everyone. If we don't get W's in the chat for Marcos, you know what's gonna happen? My anxiety is gonna grow, and you don't want that. When my anxiety grows, it just gets bigger, and I start speaking more. Yeah, let's go. Everyone gets W's. Nice, appreciate you. Hey, B12 babe, nice to see you here. Always a pleasure when you're here. We can relax now. No more anxiety. B12 babe is here. Your point is if you eat meat, you're oppressing animals. I don't respect anyone who's oppressing animals. Ah, Chris, I thought you would get the point, but you don't really get the point, do you? It saddens me that people like you exist. And I don't even know, like I think part of you is just ego, that it's being deliberately antagonistic this way. I think it's just a little bit of ego. You know, maybe at some point, Chris, you let your ego down, like just push it all down and understand that you are being an oppressor right now and you could change and you would be accepted. Nobody's judging you for you being an oppressor. They're judging you for you still choosing to be an oppressor. But the minute you stop choosing that, we don't judge. We're like, you know what, just stop oppressing and welcome to the good side. That's it. B12 babe, are you afraid? What are you afraid of, B12 babe? I used you are words. Yeah, Chris, maybe learn to spell next time. So you oppress abortion then? No, I don't oppress abortion. I don't think you know what oppression is. You're very negative. I hope you find a way to convince people to change without being rude. Oh no, Liam. Oh no. You think I'm negative? Well, wait until you learn what happens to animals when you pay for animal products. If you think I'm negative, just wait. Come on, we got this. We can get a conversation before Chris comes, because Chris is just gonna be all lovey-dovey, and I have to be a little bit more. Today I'm gonna be the. Oh no, Chris, I thought you would get it, but you don't get it again. Don't police, says Jason. You're right. Maybe I shouldn't on police. Hey, you want to have a conversation?
No, thanks.
It's about animals. Oh no, Chris. It seems like you're crashing out in the chat now. Settle down, Chris. Settle down. What's the sign day? Well, today, my sign is the same as every other day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Can I ask you something? I don't think anybody knows Pinky and the Brain. You don't get it, bro. Oh, Chris, no. How could I get your simple-minded syllogism? Oh, let me see if I get it. You don't respect people who oppress animals. If you eat meat, you oppress animals. Therefore, you don't respect people who eat meat. 99% of the people eat meat, therefore you don't respect 99% of the people. That was your syllogism, wasn't it? But it was extremely simple-minded and a bit of a straw man of what I wanted to say. Because as I explained to you wholeheartedly, I have a problem with people knowingly oppress animals, more specifically. B12 Babe knows Pinky and the Brain. M. Golan loves Pinky and the Brain. Yeah. What do you want to do today, Pinky? Say. No, wait. Pinky was the goofy one, right? But what do you want to do today, Brain? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. The Pinky and the Brain. The Pinky and the Brain. One is an idiot, the other's insane. Right? That was that it? The laboratory mice. That was fun. Fun show. You wanna have a conversation? It's a lot of people on the street. Animaniacs. Yeah, let's go, Animaniacs. Holy shit, I've completely forgot about that name, Animaniacs. That was a good one. Animaniacs. You wanna have a conversation? Oh no. By the way, everyone, I did make a t-shirt with the oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm going to Poland today and I want to do street outreach there tomorrow. Let's go, B12 Babe. Let's go do that. Polish street outreach. Who wants? Hi.
Want to ask me something?
How old are you though?
I'm 25.
Oh, you're good. Are you okay being live on YouTube and TikTok?
Yeah?
Love it. Love it. Okay. Perfect. You want to come here to the chair and view?
Sure.
I sense a tone of British.
Sadly.
Sadly. Why sadly? I'm Chip. What's your name?
I'm Beth.
Beth. Nice to meet you, Beth.
Nice to meet you.
Why sadly? What's wrong with Britain?
Oh, I just think people don't have a good opinion.
People don't have a good opinion in Britain.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to ask you for your opinion, so then I'm going to judge you if you have a good opinion. So let's see what you feel about
Okay.
that, Beth.
I don't very much like us.
You don't very much like humans?
Not humans, more I just feel like we're doing a lot of dodgy stuff right now. I don't agree with the government. I think that's
fair
all I
enough.
can really go in on it, really.
No, I get you. But I don't want to get into politics.
Exactly, we don't want to get into politics.
No,
What did
fuck
you want to
politics.
ask me?
So I'm here I'm here to speak up for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
Oh, love them.
Love them.
Wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed one thing that most people who tend to say that they love animals, while at the same time, they don't actually love animals.
They don't know about all of the stuff that happens.
Yeah. So we do. I just ask people to respect animals. That's a bare minimum, right?
Yes.
Do you think it's respectful if we exploit animals? And by exploit, I mean to treat them as a resource, as a means to an end.
I don't think we should treat them as a resource. I feel like the circle of life does happen, but I don't think we should go above and beyond our limits.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be used in
So when you say the circle of life does happen, what do you mean by that?
everything. Eats something, you will need some sort of animal for some sort of produce.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should be exploiting them as such as putting them in farms, making them reproduce all the time, having them for milk all the time, having them in cages for like eggs, like chicken eggs and things like that. Zoos, I'm a bit iffy on zoos. Unless it's for conservation, I don't really agree with going to zoos, but that's just the thing with me, really. But I do eat meat, I do eat animal products, but I don't eat it a lot.
Can you love animals while at the same time eat their flesh?
I feel like you can, but at the same time, like every single culture has a different thing. So you go to Asia, they'll eat different things. You come to Europe, they'll eat different things too. But like I'm very much a minimum on how much meat and animal stuff I do consume. I try to upcycle. I try to buy secondhand as well, so I'm not feeding.
Secondhand meat?
No, not secondhand. I mean like clothes and things like that. Like I'll go to charity shops and things like that rather than buying new, so that it's not adding into.
Doesn't that require extra effort?
Extra effort, like for me to go to a
Yeah.
a thrift shop or something.
Yeah.
No, it's easier for me rather than going to like Primark or H&M buying brand new. It's then
But
you're not adding to
Primark and
landfill.
H&M are everywhere.
But so are charity shops. From where I am, you definitely get more charity shops than you do high street shops.
What if there was only one charity shop and full of Primarks and H&Ms? And
I
that,
probably still go to the charity shop.
so you would still do the
Because you
extra
can still
effort.
find Primark, H&M, all of that stuff in a charity shop, but you're not buying it brand new.
So you'd still do the extra effort.
Yeah, I'll go through that effort, but again, even if there was one in my area, probably right next door, because we live in a little tiny village.
Okay. So you see, you'll do an extra effort for the environment, because that's what it is, right?
You've got to in this current climate.
Would you
can't
do
just-
extra effort to save an animal?
Yeah, I feel like if it did get to a point where we were kind of like with fossil fuels, where we're on such a low run of fossil fuels, I feel like if it is getting towards that point with animals and things now, like I've definitely taken in how much like eggs, milk, butter, things like that, and meat as well. I don't eat meat a lot, maybe like twice a week, once a week, not even that.
But you acknowledge that when you buy these animal products, you do pay for an animal to be exploited, right?
Yes, I do.
And you don't need
in
to
a
do it, right?
perfect world, I would, but because of how I've been brought up, it is difficult to give up some things. So that's why I've just generally decreased my intake of it, kind
But-
of like transitioning rather than going cold turkey type thing.
Why not? Why continue to create victims is my question. Because when you're lowering it, you're creating victims.
I get
still.
that. I think it's because I've tried to be vegan, I've tried to be vegetarian. It's just very, very difficult for me. Obviously, in the circles I'm in, my friends, they may go out to a restaurant. It may not be friendly for me to eat vegan.
But if
or
they go to an
vegetarian.
H&M store, you have to buy something.
Feel like it, yeah. So that's why I just go to charity shops instead.
But if your friends go to an H&M store and you go with them,
I feel like that's a bit different because I may not need clothes, but if we go out for lunch and they've picked a certain place,
You
so
don't need to eat there.
I'll always try and go to like maybe eating less animal things.
but you don't need
sometimes
to
it's
eat
just
there,
difficult.
and you don't need to eat the
I
animal
don't need
products.
to,
You
but
can
at the
eat
same
something
time,
else.
that's a very, very small time. So like when my friends are going out and they've picked somewhere, but at home,
But
I
won't your
pretty
friends
much,
respect you enough to go to a place where you have something to eat also?
I think I just don't speak up about it really. If they choose that they want to go somewhere, I'll
Shouldn't
just go
you
with
speak
them.
up? Like if you're walking down the street and you see seeing
Definitely.
somebody kick a
I'll
dog,
take it into account from now
would
on.
you
definitely.
not say something about it?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Would you? So you would try
But
to
that's
speak
what
up.
I meant by different cultures is that in my culture you just kind of just eat meat. So that's why I've just kind of taken it down.
Yeah, but like consuming animal products, meat, eggs, dairy, all of it means oppressing animals.
I understand, but at
Lowering
the
it
same
still
time,
means oppressing
I
animals.
feel like so if we move away from maybe food products, if we were to go to using wool that come off of sheep,
Same oppression. Yeah.
I understand that, but you do need to shave. You do need to shave the
No.
wool off of
So I
sheep.
can explain to you. No, you don't. So the problem with these sheep is the same problem that's with pugs, the same problem that's with chickens for eggs. So pugs, you understand, pugs are
Yeah.
breeds that we selectively bred.
Yeah,
They have
over
a
hundreds
short
of years. They
nose,
used to be
yeah.
hunting dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
and
used to have long legs, long necks.
And they have a problem breeding now because of the
Yeah, I don't
short
agree with
nose.
pugs. My
Yeah.
cousins have pugs. Every time I go around
You
their
don't
house,
agree with them, right?
I say to them verbally,
Because they
I think
suffer.
it's mean you having pugs. But say with sheep, have you seen the sheep in Wales and
Let
they
me
run?
finish. So
Oh, yeah,
because they
that's fair.
suffer, right?
Yeah.
Well, the sheep, the chicken for eggs are the same way. The sheep specifically that we selectively bred, they make so much wool that they
Yeah.
suffer if we don't shave them.
Okay.
So we brought them into this position where we have to shave them. But in reality, we created this breed of animals that suffers.
Hmm.
It's the same for the animals for the chickens that lay eggs. The chicken would lay 12 to 15 eggs.
Yeah.
in
So
the
that's
wild,
where my problem comes
and
in.
they lay 300 eggs per year now. So also the same thing. It's cruel to bring them into existence because we know they suffer. The sheep
Yeah.
normally, obviously, no natural individual would be created or by nature or selectively, I don't know, natural selection would
Yeah.
account for their existence if they have to rely on us to survive, right?
So if I put it this way, do you think it's food companies now? Because let's say 500, 600 years ago,
Yeah.
peasantry, the serfdom, things like
No,
that.
the problem is now.
You would need, so the problem's now. So
Because now we have alternatives.
We have too much, yeah, and now we have alternatives such as like the Beyond Meat. You don't have to use eggs. You've got tofu. You have almond milk, things like that. So
Yeah,
but
soy
what I'm
milk,
saying
oat
is
milk.
with sheep, I do feel like they need to lay eggs. Where do those eggs go? Like they're not going to eat the eggs.
Well, no, because
So
they
used
need to
keep
be brought
chickens.
into existence anymore.
True. So then
to lay eggs. And when their egg production declines, they get unalived. So
I
also
get that.
we
We
don't
used to
want that.
keep chickens. We used to have our own little coop at home. We used to look after them. We didn't go and buy eggs from supermarkets.
No, but you bought the
They would-
chickens from somewhere. And
I
that
understand.
place
We bought
selectively
them
breeds
from
chickens.
an animal sanctuary farm. Actually,
Yeah.
they were part of a battery farm, so we actually took them away from it and we brought
Yeah.
them to our house. So they were able to roam around our garden. Then we just had the eggs that they just happened to lay.
You can
We'd use
give
them
them back
instead.
to them.
Yeah, I just don't know how a chicken's going to eat an egg though.
They do.
They eat
So
eggs?
actually,
Oh,
in-
they
in
break
sanct-
into-
Yeah,
yes,
in
yes,
sanctuaries, if you
yes.
break down you don't have to like leave it there, but like you
Yeah.
smash it on the ground and they come pecking it to
No,
get the
fair
nutrients
enough.
back. So, but even if you don't do that, right? Like, what right do we have to take something that they made?
I get that, but I think that's why I brought in kind of the peasantry, because hundreds of years ago they just had the stuff. So I feel like it's more of an emphasis on companies exploiting them out of their thing. But I do get what you're saying, and we don't need this stuff. We don't need to
I don't-
consume it.
I don't really think. Sorry, I got something in mind. I don't really think it's an issue with a particular big. Like obviously the size or the size of it amplifies the issue, but the issue isn't the size. The issue is even one innocent animal in one single farm
Yeah.
in one single day. No matter how well they're treated, if they're exploited, that means they're used as a resource. That's an issue because
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to be treated that way. I wouldn't want to be treated that way, and we don't need to do it. So that's.
I get that.
That's
I
why
do.
it's
I
wrong.
do understand that point of view, but again, I think that's where I'm meeting in the middle. I'm definitely just taking down the what
But how
I'm
many more
intaking.
animals should be exploited for you?
For me personally, I don't want any animal to be exploited. Obviously, that is a bit hypocritical with me sat here saying I will have a burger every couple of weeks.
You'll
or
have
I
a
will-
burger every couple of
I
weeks.
will,
Why
I
not have a
will.
plant-based burger?
At the moment, I don't. I will be completely honest. I don't quite like the taste. I'm a very
Well,
picky
who cares?
eater.
Why oppress animals for that?
I get that. I do get that. But I feel like
Oh, I don't like how masturbation feels like I'm gonna go force a woman. Come on, what the fuck are we saying?
I feel like that might be a little bit different.
I don't like a physical sensation that my body creates with this thing that normally gives me pleasure. So I'm gonna go oppress somebody so that I can get pleasure. You get pleasure by killing somebody.
That's you doing something to someone else. This is me saying I don't like the taste of a plant-based product.
So I'm gonna
when,
pay
if
somebody
there
to
was,
kill a cow so that I chop them into pieces and create a burger out of their flesh.
I feel like it's getting a little bit away from the point. Like
The
I
point is the
understand what you're
animals.
getting at.
The point is not your taste pleasure, not what you get out of it. I understand you can get a lot of things from oppressing animals, taste, pleasure, whatever you want to get out of it. But the point is their life matters to them. You can't
That's the thing
possibly
is that-
say
'cause I
cut your
can-
throat because I
can
get 10 minutes
appreciate
of
your
pleasure.
opinion on that, and if you have completely removed everything for it, then like power to you. I'm like so insanely happy that you can do it. For me
If you can do
personally,
it, too.
it's a bit more of a journey. Like I'm having to get used to it. I'm like when it comes to decisions for me.
What about the animals?
What about the animals? I care about them. If you're going to look at them individually, I do care about them.
So all the individuals that will be exploited to death for you going forward,
What I'm saying is
can you
compared
tell them
to,
that you care about
compared to
them?
me maybe 10 years ago, I feel like you would have had more of a problem with me. Whereas the
Sure.
journey I've taken, like, I've definitely taken my intake down to
Sure, a
minimum.
wife beater, if they beat their wife once a week instead of every day, is obviously better, but it's still a wife beater.
I get that, but I'm not going to compare a wife beater to me going to Mackey's
No,
once a
obviously
month.
you're much worse than a wife beater because
Oh,
a wife
okay.
beater beats their wife, they stay alive.
Okay.
You unalive
If that's your
innocent
opinion, I'll
animals.
appreciate it, but personally as a woman, I'm not going to compare a wife beater to me in a burger.
Yeah,
if you
sure,
get what I
sure.
mean.
So I'm a feminist myself. Don't get me wrong. This isn't the position isn't about. Oh, let me put it this way: a husband beater. I don't care. As somebody who violates the rights of a human every single day, and then they reduce it by violating the rights of humans only once a day. It doesn't really
But
matter.
this is the change we're making.
You're
is
still
we're
violating
getting
the
to a
rights of
point where we
others.
can make those big changes because it's kind of like comparing
But you
it
can
to,
make the changes today.
and that's what I'm getting at is that you can kind of compare it to everyone wanting to boycott Apple because we don't like all of the way they manufacture their
It's
phones.
not at all like that, no.
But that concerns humans. But
No,
this
it's
is what I'm
not at all
saying
like
is that
that, no.
we've made the transition in that technology where we don't have to exploit communities to make their phones anymore.
Yeah.
And we will slowly get there with.
Well, no, it's like this.
It should be more quick.
No,
but
no,
I
it's
feel
like
it's
this.
not here right
It's
now.
fairly simple. It's like this. Imagine you have a phone that's made with slave labor, as you say, and then there's a phone that's not made with slave labor. And
And
you're saying,
I do
just like the
understand.
phone that's made with labor more, so I'll buy that one. So it's like that, actually.
But I do. It's not a black and
Because you
white
have an
situation.
option.
I feel
It
like
is.
there-
You always have an option to not oppress animals.
You do have
can
an
choose.
option, but in a bigger, wide society where these companies run, personally, I feel like taking your intake down at all is helping the cause, whereas there is so much going on at the moment that with big companies doing all this stuff, and if one person,
That's just
if one
because you want to
individual
focus.
stops,
That's just because you want to focus on that. But why don't you focus on how you're actually detrimental to the cause by paying for animals to be exploited? You just focus on the fact that you're saying, well, I'm exploiting less. That's not meaningful because you're
but
still
would you rather me
exploiting.
exploit more?
No, I'd rather you stop exploiting them because that's the position you need to be in.
But
That's
this
the
is-
bare minimum. This isn't some form of.
But this is the thing, we all have learning curves. I'm going to learn that over the years.
Yeah, but this isn't like a virtue,
But I feel
right?
like
This
I feel
isn't-
like you're getting at the whole fact that I choose to go to McDonald's once a month.
No. Just to be clear, this isn't a virtue. This isn't something you choose to be good at, or I'm gonna give money to a homeless person or
Yeah.
something. This isn't a I'm gonna give money to a homeless person type of situation. This is a I'm either gonna beat one homeless person or not situation. This is I'm either gonna kill an animal or not
I
situation.
do have to go because my family have run off somewhere and I have no data. But my it's just that I feel like everyone making steps to lessen it is better than no one making any steps at
Yeah,
all.
but your responsibility is still towards the animals that are exploited for you. You looking at everyone and saying everyone is doing it is just an appeal to majority
Okay.
instead of actually looking at your own responsibility and saying I'm still responsible for the exploitation and killing of certain animals. And imagine that one animal that gets to be exploited and killed for you before you stop. How is it fair towards them that you're
I
saying
understand that,
your
but I
life
feel
means
like
nothing to
I
me?
feel like the appreciation needs to be there for the small steps that everyone is taking at the moment, rather than everyone staying stagnant where they are in the first place. So me going on this journey and everyone else going on their journey to veganism, vegetarianism.
But I'm not here to like give you praise for no longer oppressing animals. Praise for you for not doing something bad anymore, but choose to not do that
Okay,
thing
I
every
will
day.
take that into account, and I will make it go a little bit quicker for you. And I do take your opinion on board.
I just don't mean. Let me give you a card. I don't mean do it a little bit
Oh,
quicker.
no, that's fine. I just didn't want to get into an argument.
But we should get into an argument because you're in a position right now where you're pressing animals, and you shouldn't be in this position anymore. This isn't a. I'm arguing with you because I have a problem with you. I have a problem with what you're doing.
Okay, but would you rather me eat a burger every day or once every month?
I'd rather you don't eat any burgers
Okay,
or
but that's
eat
the
a
best I can
plant-based
do right
burger.
now, so do
I
you
don't
get
think
what I
that's the best. I think that's exactly what I'm saying. You're not being honest when you're saying that's the best you can do because I'm pretty sure you can eat a plant-based burger.
I'm
and you
gonna go
wouldn't have
find
a
my mum
problem
and my
with it.
little brother.
Can you just watch the Minion?
Sure.
You see what you pay for, and until you watch it, can you choose to not consume any animal products? Can you just
Sure.
do that?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so
Sure.
much.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna run.
Cheers.
Bye.
Have a good one. This is so frustrating. Yes. Yes, it is. False dichotomy. Yeah, I mean, she was doing a lot of that, wasn't she? Performatist, leftist owned. I don't know if she was that. Hey, you want to have a
What you
conversation?
are doing?
Yeah, sure. I'm asking people some questions, but I am live on YouTube and TikTok. Are you okay with that?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's okay.
You want to come here so that you're in view?
Of course.
What's your name?
My name is Martin.
Martin. I'm
Nice
Chip.
to
Nice
meet
to
you,
meet you.
man.
Okay, so Martin, I'm here to speak up for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love animals. I have some animals at home, like pets, so I love them. I think we should take care of them, and well, yeah, that's it.
What about exploiting animals? Do you think we should exploit animals?
I think, well, I don't have a really opinion about that. I need to make one probably, but I think we should, well, use animals for goods, but there should be some like limit, probably. So there should be some barrier between what's still acceptable and what's not.
Yeah, so exploitation means treating animals as a resource or as a
Okay.
means to an end. That could imply bringing them into existence to use them, unalive them, all these kind of things. Do you think it's fair to do this to an animal?
Well, in my point of view, it's fair if it's done somehow like that.
Why?
It's, well, I
Why
know.
should we care how the animal feels? Why should we care if an animal suffers or not?
Well, I think we should care about that because
Why?
they are an alive thing and not thing, an alive being.
So we should care about them suffering, but not care about them being killed.
No, we should care about them at all. But I mean, like,
So we shouldn't kill them if we don't need to.
I think we shouldn't kill them if we don't use them for, like, if we don't eat them, if we don't use them for what.
If
why
we don't
kill
need to,
them.
I didn't say how we use them, right? We can obviously kill them and eat them. You can obviously kill
Yes.
them and, I don't know, have sex with them. You can kill them and do all sorts of things. We use them as fertilizer. You can use the
Yes.
body of an animal for everything. Like you can literally use their fur to wipe the ground on the floor, right?
Yes.
But none of these are good enough reasons to kill an innocent animal, are they? because we have alternatives. And if that I do mean food, clothing, all of that. We do have alternatives.
Yes,
for
I
that.
think in a lot of stuff we have alternatives, but for example in food, I think of course yes we have alternatives, but like also from history we've always eaten animals, and
Does that
for,
make it right?
for me myself, I try not to buy like animals that come from the mass production and stuff. For me that's the limit, but I don't have problem personally with eating animals, like if they have a good life on a farm and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with
Why
that.
would you care if they have a good life? We come back to the same thing.
Well, because I think it's just right to care about them, but
But not enough to not kill them. We
Yes,
should care
yes.
about them, but up until the point we have to kill them for a trivial product.
Yes, well, that's my thought
But that's
process.
nonsensical. You understand that, right?
I understand it to some degree. It's unsensical. Sorry, I haven't spoken in English in a
okay.
while, but yeah, as I said, well, I think I should care about them having good life, but in the end, if they die and I eat them, I don't feel guilty.
But they don't die. We kill them. so
Well,
that you
yeah,
can
I
eat
don't.
them.
Well, I think I would eat them even.
Wait, would you rather be treated badly or killed?
I would rather not none of that.
So if you could choose between the two,
I would rather be treated that badly.
okay. So, but when it comes to animals, somehow you think killing them is better than treating them badly? Because you say it's okay to treat them nicely and kill them.
Well, for
it's
me,
okay to kill them as long
I-
as you treat them
I
nicely.
say this because my perspective on eating meat and animals wouldn't change. I would like eat meat because I'm used to eating it, because I feel I need to eat meat. It
Okay,
makes
so
me
let's
feel
let's
good.
explore that. So if it comes in the news that actually we're not killing cows, chickens, and pigs. Farmers have been killing cats and dogs all along, and the meat you
Yeah.
find in the supermarket is from cats and dogs. You would still continue to consume that, right? Pay for
I-
cows for cats and dogs to be killed.
Well, I would probably not, because I have different relationship
no.
with these animals, because
Oh,
they're like
no.
pet
But I thought
animals.
you'd continue eating meat.
I
no
would
matter
continue
what.
eating meat from cows, from
But if there was no such thing, you would continue.
Chickens.
You wouldn't eat from cats and dogs, because you respect cats and dogs. But
Yes.
cows, chickens, and pigs, you don't.
yes. Well,
Why is it that they don't deserve respect because they were born
I
a
do
different
respect
species,
them, but I see them as a
Right? Well,
different.
no, you don't. You don't.
I see them as a different kind of animal. I see
Yeah,
them
sure,
as,
sure.
yeah.
But you don't respect them, because if you would respect them, you wouldn't kill them.
Well,
Like,
yeah. If you say like that, then I don't respect
Would
them.
you feel respectful if somebody chooses to kill you? It's not how I say it. It's just the reality. Respect cannot possibly be if you don't give the basic fundamental respect of somebody of letting them live when you don't need to kill them. Just killing them for a trivial pleasure. That's not respect. That's more in line with hate. More
Yes,
than anything.
I see what you mean, but still, I feel the same way.
You still feel the same way. So
Yeah.
what exactly makes it okay to kill a cow but not a dog?
For me, it's probably because cows are just like farm,
No,
farm
I'm not
animals.
interested how
and-
you see them. I'm questioning why is it that how you
because
see
because
them.
it's just like how how the world and how the what's normal in this world and what's not, like let's say in
no.
general,
Oh,
what I mean.
No. So when it was normal to bring Jewish people and round them up and put them into gas chambers,
No.
you think you should have done that because it was normal?
No, but it was when, it's not normal now. So
No, but when it was normal, you think it was okay to do.
no, I don't think it was okay.
Oh, okay, so something being normal doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah, but for me,
So why is this one okay
in the
then?
well, I make an opinion about everything, and for me, I think this is just normal and this is how it should
But
go.
why is it okay? Why is it moral?
Because I don't know about the moral question, but it's just what I'm used to doing, and
But even
I
if
don't
it,
feel
wait a
good.
minute, because that's not it. Because if it were cats and dogs and you were used to doing that, you would not do cats and dogs anymore.
Well, yes, but cows are just different for me. But I mean, me personally,
What's the
I'm not like a
difference?
huge meat eater. I don't really eat pork because
You
for
only
some
kill
reason.
some animals. You're right.
Yes.
You're not a huge animal killer. You only
Yes.
kill some animals.
And for example, like for me, I have no problem with eating fish and killing fish, because
Because
I
they don't deserve
fish.
to live.
No, it's not because they don't deserve to live. I just
What do
find
you
them
mean?
as like
Do you think they deserve to live?
I think they deserve to have their life, and if I am the one that but if I
they
am the one
deserve to live. I don't
but if
believe
I am
it.
the one that brings end to their life and eat them, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, so they only deserve to live up until you want them to die.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, because that's just the respect that you give to
No,
animals.
but I
Animals
mean,
only deserve to live up
that's just
until
how it goes,
you
you know?
decide that they deserve to live.
Maybe some other fish decides if
Yeah.
they want to eat it and they eat it, you know. But so
But
that,
you do have this view that if somebody has power over somebody else, and they get to decide whether the other individual deserves to live or not, based on the whim of the powerful. If the powerful gets pleasure from killing them, then it's okay because they get pleasure from killing them.
yes, well, when you say it like that, until a certain degree, yes, like that. I
Yeah.
feel well. For
So
example,
then you
with
don't
fish.
have a problem with Nazi
For
Germany.
example, with fish, I see them as a animal that it's like maybe not as clever, not as conscious maybe about themselves,
no.
you know.
Oh no.
And that's why I don't have a problem with killing
Yeah.
it and
I mean,
eating
obviously,
it.
if they can't do the same thing you can, then it's okay to oppress them,
Well,
right?
I
What exactly is the difference? Like, do you have a problem with Nazi Germany?
yes,
Oh no.
it is different because it's just like different
no, you're
kind
telling
of
me you have a
animals.
problem with that? But it's
Yes.
exactly what you described. The powerful had a problem with the powerless. They consider them as less. They said they can't do the same thing we can, and in fact, they're detrimental to us. That they
Yes,
they-
but I think it's different because, well, for example, we are all humans, you know. So
Yeah,
there are
and we're all
powerful
animals,
humans,
you know.
humans with power, not
yeah,
physical
they're
power
animals
really,
with
but
power. Yeah, go on.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's exactly the same.
I wouldn't say so.
No, because it's different. Why? Because you think it's different.
Well, yes, I
Yeah,
think it's.
but you
different.
can't explain how it's different.
I can. It's different because here they couldn't, like, so in Nazi Germany, for example, it was all people, you know. It was just we are all same people, and there were people that got into power and with hatred they wanted to kill others, but.
Yeah.
But still, it was the same kind. It's not like
Wait, they weren't the same kind. They clearly expressed they're not the same kind. They said
yes,
that they're
but,
different.
But in general, the same human
no,
beings.
they said that they're different. What do
Yes,
you mean?
they said that they're different, but like biologically really similar. But like
Oh,
human,
we are biologically really similar to
yes,
cows.
but human to fish.
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
know?
You're right. Their difference was smaller. Your difference is a little bit bigger. Oh, that
Yes.
must mean that's a difference. You're right. When the difference is a little bit bigger, like for example, when they unalived intellectually challenged human beings, the ones who, because they did that also, the ones who couldn't think, the ones who couldn't feel the same way as humans, who couldn't think the same way.
Yeah.
That was okay. that
No,
they
it
did
was
that.
not okay.
But they are so different from humans. The difference is almost as big as it is to the animals. So then.
I don't think so.
Oh no. Why not?
Just how my how my view is.
But your view is highly illogical. You understand that, right?
I can see that from your point of view. It
Oh
can
no,
be.
it's not my point of view. It's from the point of view of logic, right?
Well,
Like,
yes, but
we
logic
try-
is really.
Yeah, logic is
It depends
logic
how
is known for
you
being
use
subjective,
it.
right?
Well, yes, it's not subjective, but
Oh, okay. So then, if logically speaking, you're not consistent, then
I
you're
would
not
I would
consistent.
for me logically it's like it's okay to kill fish.
Yeah, just like a Nazi
But
person
it's-
said,
it-
for
it-
them,
it would not be
logically,
okay
it's
to
okay
kill
to kill Jewish
some
people,
Jewish people,
just
yeah.
like it's not okay to kill some white people. Right?
Well,
like that, they said exactly the same thing as you. What was their justification for it? I see them as inferior. What's your justification for it? You see them as inferior. Can you justify
In this
this
case, it's
superiority
similar,
complex?
but it's just a different problem. Well,
What is it exactly? What's the difference
Because,
between a fish
I
and a
mean,
human?
there's a lot of differences.
Which
between
one
fish and
justifies the
human.
oppression?
The oppression is, well, if I would look into history, I mean,
No, what's the difference between a
humans
human-
would need to kill
We already
fish.
we already established the history part.
Yes.
Like, what's the difference between a human and a fish that justifies the oppression?
Is- I know. For me, fish are just like not as conscious and not as
Oh no.
not.
So if
really
we find a human being that's as conscious as a fish, then it's okay to unalive them, right?
Well, no, because in
Wait a
general,
minute, but that-
in
the difference is not
but,
the difference.
But that would be like a special thing about a human. You know, in general, I think you would agree with me that humans are much more conscious
No.
animals
I completely
than
disagree with that.
you do disagree. Okay.
Yeah, because that's a first of all that's a ridiculous statement. At best, humans are mostly more intelligent. And that,
Yes.
and that's
Well,
not even
that's
a
what I
good enough
wanted to say.
statement because we can find humans who are just as intelligent as other animals.
Yes.
And you wouldn't think it's okay to oppress
But
them.
if I say in general,
I don't care in general,
human
because
I think are much more
well,
intelligent.
well,
than
if we say
some
by
animals.
in general, then we're coming back to the Nazi Germany, and they said
No,
the same
but-
thing. Well, not all Jewish people, most Jewish people are bad. They're good Jewish people, but most Jewish people are bad. Like, it's the same ridiculous shit that you're saying, right? You put somebody in a group, and then you judge them based on them belonging to a group. You don't judge the individual. So, for example, if a human being is intellectually challenged and has the same level of intelligence as this animal, you don't say, well, then okay, don't oppress the human, don't oppress the animal. You say oppress the animal because they belong to a group where most of the members are stupid, so it's okay to oppress this member. But the human, they're part of a group that most of the members are intelligent, so it's not okay to oppress them. How is that logical? How is it
Well-
fair to judge somebody based on their belonging to a group that you yourself put them in?
Well, yes, because well, it's still the same opinion for me. It's just like in
So no
general.
logic.
Well, I think it's logical for me.
Oh no.
For me, logically,
no. What
humans
is the
are
logic?
more intelligent than fish.
Well, no, like, as I said, if you in front of you there's
Yes,
a human being
but
who is
that
not
you're
intelligent.
going too much deep in it. I say like
Oh
in general.
no!
you know?
How do you even know if I'm a human, for example?
I can tell by looking at you. Maybe
Oh,
you're
so
not.
based on
don't
how I
know.
look like. So you just judge based on how people look, how
Yes.
individuals look like.
Yes.
Yeah, and you judge whether to oppress them or not based on their level of intelligence and how they look like.
No, based on. Well, of course, I judge you somehow like.
based on
I
my
put you-
genes.
Maybe. Well, I think for me, I think it's good to judge someone to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Maybe by the group they belong in, and
Yeah,
also
it's very good to judge
also-
somebody based on the group that they belong
also how what they are
you come
as
from
an
Germany?
No, I don't.
to. Because you have a German fan. Where are you from?
I'm from the Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic. Oh shit,
But
man.
I don't mean
Yes.
it in a bad way,
Well,
you
no,
know?
but like one person, he kicked me in the leg in the Czech Republic. That must mean all Czech people are fucked. So if I get into
No, but
power,
it's not
I'm
how
just
I
gonna
mean it, you know?
eradicate all Czech people because
I mean-
one Czech person
I
did
mean
one thing
that
bad.
when you belong
and
in
then
a group-
in my opinion of Czech people is bad. So that's it. Because that's
Yes.
what you're saying. All
No, I
animals,
don't
it's
mean it
okay
like
to
that,
oppress
you know?
them because your opinion of them is little.
No, but I think when someone belongs in a group, it's fair to a certain degree.
They didn't
judge
choose
them.
to belong to that group.
Well, it's not up to their. Maybe it's not their choice. Maybe it is. But
Did
I
you
think
choose to be born as a Czech person?
I did not. But
Okay,
but
so
also
is it fair
I
for
think
somebody to judge you based on the fact that you're a Czech person?
I think to a certain degree, yes.
So it's fair for somebody to judge you based on something you never chose to be born as.
Yes, I think
Okay.
to a certain degree. I mean, it shouldn't be
That's,
hatred.
that, you know,
but
that's
it-
bigotry.
It could be
That's literally called bigotry.
no, but it could be like first impressions and stuff like that. I think
And we're not talking about judgment in the sense that, oh, look at this person. We're talking about judgment whether they decide whether you get to live or not
no,
based
but
on you,
we are not
how you're
talking
born.
about it right now. You know.
Well, that's what we're talking about. You choose whether these animals get to live or not based on their belonging to a certain group. That's what you're choosing. Like,
Yeah.
how is that fair? How would that be fair to choose? Oh, you get to live because you belong to a group that I respect. You don't. So, fuck off. I don't care. You want to live,
well,
sure, but
I see your point that it's really like abusing my power, kinda.
It is.
That I am more powerful than these animals, but still, for me, it's like yeah. With for example, fish, it's okay. I can make my opinion about
But you have absolutely
All ki-
no moral judgment or
all,
foundation. to
all
stand
kinds
on.
of animals, and there
No
are
logical
animals
basis to
that
stand
people
on.
eat, and I don't eat them because maybe I feel sad for them because I feel they
Oh,
are
no.
I don't, for example, I don't eat octopus
Oh no.
because I think octopus is a really clever animal
Yeah. So yet again, judging them based on the group that they're in, right?
based on how I like them as individual animals and
Yeah.
based on the group that they are in. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's just literally that's exactly what discrimination is.
Well, and I say that humans are different than animals in this. You cannot.
Yeah, that's
well,
exactly what a
in-
person
in-
who
in,
discriminates would say.
If you want to live a normal social life, I think you
But you
cannot
cannot name
compare
the
animals
difference.
with humans like
Humans are
that.
animals, bro. So we're comparing
Yes,
two different
yes.
species of animals.
But we live in
We
a
can compare
huge-
all the other species of animals with each other, but God forbid we compare the human species to
No,
others.
we compare with each other. But,
Oh, so we can
but it's
compare humans to
different,
animals.
different in a different way.
In a different way, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because humans are very special. We are incredibly stupid. Some
Well,
of us
I
are
would
also
I would say
incredibly
we are
smart.
incredibly stupid. That's
Yeah, yeah. So it's okay to oppress the incredibly stupid ones.
true. No, no, no.
No.
It's not.
No,
I mean,
I
in
forgot
general,
because
I
they
think
belong to the
humans-
group we respect, right? Right.
It's also hard to me to explain in English. I think we would have a better maybe conversation if you had if I knew your language, but I mean I don't really mean it in a bad way. It's just like
But you are doing something really bad. You're just justifying violence right now. Needless violence of all the things. Violence and oppression. And you're trying to justify it in a way that, well, that's just how I feel. They belong to a group that I don't respect. Literally, that's your whole argument has been this whole time. And you say, well, that's not okay if we apply it in my logic. If we apply that logic with different parameters, it's not okay. But if you apply that logic with my parameters, then it's okay. What do you mean?
well I mean
It just sounds like it only works when it works for you. But if it doesn't,
Yes,
yes, well, that's not something you want.
it works for me from my perspective because I think we should look at our perspective.
Do you know what the
from
veil
being
of
human.
ignorance is?
No, sorry.
So when you make rules in a society, when you make laws in a society, there's this thing called the veil of ignorance, where you don't decide about an individual by looking at them, because then your bias, like you are biased right now, would show, right? And then you decide about what that individual can or cannot do based on your bias towards them. So you put this veil so that you don't get to see the individual. It's called the veil of ignorance. So you're ignorant towards who the individual is. Well, you don't apply any of that because you're literally biased towards who the individual is. You're saying if you're born a chicken, fuck off, you don't deserve to live. If you're born a dog,
I don't say you deserve to live.
You deserve love.
I
If you're
think you
born a fish, I should asphyxiate you.
I
cut
think
your
you deserve
throat
to have a
open.
really good life, but if I will be the
I'm
one
sure,
that
I'm sure.
brings your life to an
I'm
end
sure,
and
I'm
eat
sure.
you, I'm
Sure,
okay
sure,
with
sure.
that.
Sure, I'm sure. So if you're born a chicken, you don't deserve to live. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a dick. I'll say you deserve to live, but when I need yum yums in my tummy for 10 minutes, and I'll forget about your whole existence and everything that you wanted to live, you wanted to do your whole existence. I'll just cut your throat open and eat your insides, and then I'll forget about it in maybe even an hour or so, maybe in a day or so. I'll forget completely about you. You lose your whole existence, every plan that you wanted to, every dream that you had, every emotion that you felt, every love that you felt. You lose all of that, but I'll get 10 minutes of yum yums, so it's justified. Oh, why is it justified? Well, because you're born in a group that I don't respect you. You're right. It's so logical. It's so
For
nice.
me, it
And
is
you want to
logical.
live in the world that people apply that logic, but just when they
Well-
apply it, when you're not the victim. Because if you happen to be the victim and they apply
And
that
that-
logic, then God forbid we use that logic. How dare they use that logic? But when they use your particular logic and you're the victim of it, you have a problem in it. When you use your logic and somebody else is the victim, you
I
don't
think
have no
I would have a
with
problem with it every time the victims would be human.
it. Yeah, or
or
they're
some
part of
kind
the
of
group.
animal,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
part of your group. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, you're right. When they use
So
you as
even
part of
if
you.
it was against me, if I was the victim, or if some other human would be the victim,
But
or
that's
some
just
animal
because
I
you're
don't
biased.
agree.
That's just because you're biased.
Yes, that's how I
Yeah.
was raised. Maybe that's how I am biased.
Yeah.
Yes, I would
so
say.
if you were born during Nazi Germany, you would have been a Nazi. If you were born during slavery times, you would have been a slave owner. If you would have been born during any time when there happened to be an injustice and you were the one in power, you would have committed the injustice without even thinking about it, because you would have bought into the same arguments. They're part of my group, they're not. That's it. It's easy. I benefit from oppressing them. That's it. And that's all you're saying. They're part of my group. You're not justifying why you're
I'm
applying
glad
that group.
I'm not born in Nazi Germany, and I'm glad. Well, I don't have to,
Why would you be glad? You would still be benefiting from all of it. You
No,
would still
but-
be in a position where you're benefiting from it.
Well, for example, I cannot say if I was born in Nazi Germany, I cannot say how I would feel because
Well,
the
logic
Nazi
clearly says you would have been that way. You would have been a Nazi.
logically, and also with the ways of propaganda, there and stuff like that. No one knows how I would feel. But
Oh, no, it's clearly you would
right
have been
now
a Nazi.
I'm really against it. It's really bad,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to think more, right? Like you don't want to think the idea, because the people who were born during Nazi Germany, if somebody came up to them and said, "What the fuck are you doing? You're doing something wrong,"
Yeah.
they had to think about it. They had to question their preconceived notions, the thing that they were born doing, the thing that they were born learning. But you were born learning these things, and yet you refuse to think about it, right? So you're exactly
Well,
in that position.
I don't think I
You're not
refuse to think about it.
Well, you do refuse
because
you just
as
apply
I
the
said,
same logic.
I apply the logic, but first I think about it myself, and also as you said, with some animals I don't eat them because from my logic, even in my group, it's okay to eat them.
From your bias, not from your logic.
From my bias, yes, it's okay to eat them and it's normal.
Yeah, but you
I
don't
think
seem
it's
to
not
understand
bad.
because when I'm telling you to question it and to think, I'm not asking you to. Thinking does not imply you regurgitating the same nonsense that you were taught, which is what you're doing now, which is what a Nazi person would have said then, but rather to question the nonsense that you're saying, to
Yeah.
actually question whether that is the right thing or not. Because this is what I've been trying to do all along. When I'm making fun of your arguments, when I'm trying to explain to you that you're in this position, what I'm trying to show you is that you have no leg to stand on. You're exactly the same in those positions. You were just happened to be born in a time where you were told better things, but you're still doing bad things towards animals. You just happen to not respect them and think that somehow they deserve to live. They don't deserve to live or something. But what gives you that right to say that about them? Like if you've met your alter ego that would have done exactly the same thing to cats and dogs, you would have think they're a monster. But yes, you do the same thing to different animals. So how are you not a monster?
Because from my bias, it's just not a bad thing to do to kill.
You don't get it, do you?
Chicken. Well, I get what you understand. Yes, I get it.
So how are you not a monster now? Because to cows,
Because
chickens, and pigs.
well,
are
I
pretty
do
much a
question
monster.
it, but I just don't feel guilty about it, and I don't
Now,
feel.
who cares how you feel? I don't care if you feel guilty or not. I don't feel guilty about every bad thing I do, and I don't feel having a particular way that I feel. You say we're intelligent human beings. Shouldn't we act based on our intelligence, or do you still want to go and act by your feelings? Because I act based on intelligence.
Yes,
I don't
but-
care about animals. The reason why I stand up here is because it's an injustice and it's unfair what happens to them. I don't have a particular emotion towards them. I just don't find it fair what's happening
Yes,
to
but
them.
you question yourself, and you don't find it fair, and I question myself, and I find it's okay.
But
So
your
that's the-
logic
that's
for
the opinion
questioning it
difference,
is something
you know?
that you didn't question. That's my point. You
But
didn't
how do you know I
question
didn't
it.
question it?
Because you have no logical basis to stand on. Even now, when I said if it's cats and dogs, you would find that person a monster. But if it's cows, chickens, and pigs, you don't. Which is exactly like why? How is that logical?
Because
It just happens to be a species.
cats and dogs. Well, yeah, but cats and dogs are pets. You know, you
That's a
have at
label
home.
we applied. We can literally switch the labels. Chickens and pigs can be pets,
But
and cats and dogs
can they
be
really
food.
be so connected to humans?
Yes,
Like,
there's several people who have. I had a pet
Okay.
chicken, and there's people who have pet chickens and
okay,
pet pigs.
well, yeah. In that case, of course, I wouldn't kill a pet chicken.
No, but, you
but-
wouldn't have a problem.
But then again, in general, normally, cats and dogs are pets, and chicken and
We're going
cows
nowhere.
are not.
We're going nowhere. Yeah, it's just the same bias that you have.
Okay, man.
Can you watch the Minion?
Yes, thank you, man.
Have a good one. I'm not gonna shake your hand because you say
Okay.
some nonsense. Have a good
See you
one.
guys.
Hi.
don't know how you're still around.
Do you know me? You wanna have a conversation? I'm pretty cool, thank you. You wanna come here so that you're in view? How you doing, man?
What's up, everybody?
We got the Christopher person.
Surprise! Final appearance.
When are you leaving?
Friday.
Friday. Shit.
Yeah, this is 100% goodbye.
Yeah. My God, so rude. Yeah, imagine how rude it was. Like I tried explaining to him in every single way that he's exactly in the position of the oppressor. How has your time in Amsterdam been so far? Well, not in Amsterdam, Netherlands.
Good. Tired.
Tired?
I'm tired.
Today?
No, it's been a long summer.
It's been a long
I've
summer.
been so many train rides, so many hauling my bags around from one city to another and back over and over every week. Hi, everybody.
Oh no, bad to the bone. Oh, how did you come in here again, bad to the bone? I forgot to ban you. I'm sorry. I'll ban you now.
Vegan Kaz, why are you apologizing to me? I am good. I've lived a full summer. I'm super blessed. Most people can only dream. He's ascending? He's talking about me?
I guess. You're ascending.
Higher frequencies? Chip
Higher
loves
Fuck frequencies.
Alright, I'm gonna take the conversation.
You wanna have conversations with people? Yeah, I'm gonna be the bad cop. You'd be the good cop.
No, we gotta address this. I'm not even a good cop. It's not about good cop, bad cop.
Okay, I'll complete what you're saying. Somebody says they love your outfit.
Wanna come chat?
Felix says.
No, thank you.
You guys wanna have a conversation? Animals. It's about animals. Yeah,
You're on TikTok, YouTube.
but you gotta come here if you wanna be on. How old are you though?
I'm 20.
You're good. Are you okay being live on
Yeah,
YouTube and
yeah,
TikTok? Okay.
Quentin.
Can you go a little bit behind? There? Love it. Nice. A little bit.
God, how big is your group?
Come here, Christopher. What's your name?
Quentin.
Quentin. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice
Quentin,
to
do
meet
you mind sitting here so that you're
Yeah,
in view?
sure, sure.
Perfect. Nice. I'm gonna set up.
What's up, man? Christopher, Quentin?
Yeah.
Where are you
good.
from?
France.
France?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Paris. Yeah.
How long are you here for? I'm from America.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
America,
yeah,
okay.
I've been spending the summer here. Is this your whole group?
My friends.
Oh yeah. How many of you are there?
4. Three,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Quentin, Chip, and I, we are animal advocates. We're out here looking to have a thought-provoking conversation. Probably a high chance that we disagree on some things, but I just want you to know that there's no judgment from me
Okay.
on any of our disagreements. So, Chip has seen a lot.
Okay.
He's seen a lot. That's all I'll say.
not judge you. I will judge
Okay. Tell me.
Okay.
tell me.
All right. So, you familiar with what ethical vegan is?
Ethical what?
Ethical vegan. Like, do you know what a vegan is?
Yeah, vegan.
What's a
yeah.
vegan?
It's like someone that doesn't eat meat. Yeah,
That's the starting point.
Only plants and all the stuff. Yeah.
Just food, or what about clothes, furniture, anything like that?
I don't know. I don't have any information about that.
Okay. So
I don't
you
know.
have an idea. You have an idea of
Yeah,
veganism,
yeah.
but not fully formed.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So you're not a vegan, right?
No.
Okay.
I eat meat.
Yeah. So tell me about that. Can you remember what it was like to be raised and to learn about where your food came from?
What?
Do you remember learning about where meat came from? Do you remember being educated on that?
Yeah, by animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember as a child, like just discovering that an animal was alive and then had to die for you to eat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you find that weird at all?
Maybe, but for some people, it's not good. For some people, they don't care.
Yeah.
I care about protecting the animal. I understand that,
Mhm.
but I was raised by my family to eating meat, so I'm following my family. You know.
Yeah, so-
Maybe I can change my mind.
Yeah.
And like
And your family, and so it got passed down from, they never thought about it.
Yeah.
Above them, they never thought about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So at no point there was ever a pause
Mm-mm-mm.
and reflection around it. It was just accepted as normal, and it got passed on and passed
Exactly.
on. So do you remember learning about the concept of veganism and that some people don't eat animals at all?
No, that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know about that. That's why I told you that I have no information about that. They don't learn it about in school.
Cool.
So we need to learn it about in school. You know, about vegans, about people, how they can eat, or about this stuff in the aliment in the industry. You know. So I don't have any information about that. I don't know some people vegan in my family or friends. I don't know some people. Maybe if I have some friends vegan, I can have some information, know some information. You know. Understand?
So you're touching on a lot. There's no formal education around
Yeah,
this.
no.
You learn from your family. They got it passed on.
exactly.
You didn't learn from school. You didn't learn from anyone, and you've never really been educated on this
Yeah, I know.
ethical veganism thing. So anything. So, does that sound at all like maybe some indoctrination? And then maybe there are systems in place that prevent people from thinking and learning about the details around this stuff?
Maybe it's different about the country because I'm from France.
Sure.
They don't learn this in school. Maybe in America they learn it in school.
I would say no
I
country,
don't know.
yeah.
So maybe we need to change that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But if
So-
I
so-
told you there's somebody out there who respects the rights of animals, so much so that they choose to not engage in eating them,
Yeah.
so much so that they choose to not kill them to wear their skin, that they choose to not make furniture out of them, that they choose to not, put them in cages and get entertained and point the finger at them and get entertained. What would you feel about this person?
that's good.
That's good,
That's
right?
a good cause. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think everyone should be in this position where they choose to not kill an animal if they have the option not to?
I don't think I can say that everyone needs to be in the position, but because everyone has rights, you know, everyone needs to think about
Should
their.
everyone be in the position to
Yeah,
not
yeah.
oppress
If
humans,
it's cool,
for
like
example?
accepting everybody, like the gay, the lesbian, you know, accepting everybody in the country, in the world, even for the animals, you know, eating meat or not eating meat, protect the animal. Eventually,
Well, no. What I'm not. No, that's not what I'm asking you. Should you respect somebody who chooses to oppress animals, who chooses to kill them? Like, for example, if you're seeing somebody who's kicking a dog
Yeah.
and they're
No,
telling you
that's
they're
not
getting
good.
pleasure,
That's
should
not
you
good.
respect them?
No, I don't.
But they do still have the right to do so, right?
In France, no. It's like there is law about that. In
Yeah.
France, there is law about kicking animals.
Imagine the law wasn't on that side. Imagine the law would allow them to kick them.
Okay,
Should
that's
you
not good.
respect
No,
them?
no,
Would-
no,
would still
no,
be
no, no.
bad. Okay.
No.
Okay. Appreciate that. So, do you understand what Chip is getting at?
Yeah.
Can you articulate?
About what?
Can you explain your understanding of his points?
Yeah, I understand about the vegans and about the laws, respecting someone that have another opinion
Yeah.
about that,
Well,
and see that people can do some bad things if you can.
I think what he's talking about is there's a lack of consistency.
Okay.
So there's laws to protect dogs, there's laws to protect cats, there's laws to protect wild animals, but a lot of what we don't allow to be done to those animals, we allow to be done to another group of animals because we see them as food. So not sure how educated you are around this, but pigs, chickens, cows, and other livestock
Okay.
are systematically tortured, beaten, branded, confined, put through unimaginable suffering and grief and pain, and we just don't really think about it. So,
Yeah, sure.
is it your understanding that we have to consume these animals, or is it your understanding that?
Consume animal?
Yeah, is it your understanding? Do you believe we have to for health?
No.
Okay.
We have other things to grow, to have natural thing for the body,
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to eat meat,
Okay, appreciate that. So, what would it take for you to leave animals off your plate so that you're not part of the reason why they're getting tortured and killed anymore?
Maybe if now I didn't think about it. Honestly, I didn't think about it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight when I'm gonna eat, I'm eating salad. So I'm going to sports. So I'm only eating salads. I'm not eating some meat and protein. Blah blah blah. There is some plants with protein. We can do like artificial protein, etc. So I don't think it's important to consume meat because today the society has grown, developed some alternative to meat, like vegan meat with plants, with the flavor. So it's okay.
Would you say it's important to consume meat?
No, that's not important.
it's
Yeah,
not important.
yeah.
Okay. But like our position or what I'm trying to explain is not. I don't care what you eat, right? Like you can go ahead and eat whatever you want. That's the freedom that you have.
Right.
But I think your freedom stops when you violate the rights of
Yeah.
others, right? Like for example, when it came to the dog experiment, right? Obviously, we all have the freedom to do whatever we want. But when we start beating dogs,
Sorry. Vivian, on doit partir dans combien de temps? Dans 4 minutes là? Okay, I need to go in 4 minutes. So
yeah, sure. So when we start beating dogs, the problem is that even if the law allows you to do so, you're free to do so, it wouldn't be the right thing because you're violating somebody else's right, right? So what we're trying to explain is right now we live in a position where you have the freedom to pay for animals to be exploited and killed for you, but you can choose to not do that. Do you think it's the right thing that you choose to exploit and kill animals now for food, for clothing, for all this kind of stuff?
with the interview, I think it's in my mind to think about it,
Yeah.
and maybe, like I said to your guy, maybe stop it, maybe find some alternatives, speak with some friends, convince them that meat can be not so good as.
Eggs, dairy,
Yeah.
all of them, right? All
Yeah.
animal products
Yeah,
using
yeah,
kill
yeah.
animals.
Okay.
So I appreciate you taking the time. You didn't have to stop and talk to us. I think it says a lot about
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I just want to leave you with this. I know you got to go.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. These industries, they think everyone is stupid. They lie to you about everything. They take your money and they laugh at you. And it's not necessary. We are healthy. 80 million vegans in the world are healthy.
good.
So, it's a final question. If it was true that this industry was lying to you about everything and laughing at you as they take your money, are you okay with that?
No.
Okay. So just think about that.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, that's
Appreciate you, man.
There's a documentary here called Dominion. Can you give that a watch?
yeah, sure.
And until you watch it, can you not consume any animal products knowing that doing so you might kill innocent animals?
Okay, like scan the QR code, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good. I will do
Maybe you watch it tonight. and
Okay,
have
thank
some
you.
vegan meals. Can
Thank you
do
so
that?
much.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Have a good
Thank you,
one.
Quentin.
What's your channel again?
You have it there on the
Yeah.
That's your guy.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Quentin. Thank you, Mercy. I have a question. Are any vegans here formerly anti-vegan, that you actively didn't like vegans, but now you are vegan? And if so, I'm curious to know what convinced you to make the switch.
You don't have to go so close to the microphone, but it picks it up also from where you are. That's what I was telling you, to keep it in the middle.
I'm used to my Osmo.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No worries. Yes. Lovey Pillow says yes. Oh, Lovey Pillow, you were one? Watching The Minion. Yeah.
Watching Dominion.
Yeah.
Everyone responds to different things.
Braxton Vestal says, see, Chip, your boy knows how to talk respectfully. Okay, Braxton, does that mean you're going to be vegan from now on? He did talk respectfully, right?
I'm pro-chip but anti-vegan. Wow. It's interesting. Me, I had a friend who was vegan, and then I listened to an audiobook. What audiobook? CD Daxon. Watched Dominion out of spite to tell vegans I'm fine with everything I saw. It was not fine. Hey, Lovey Pillow Woo. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. I respect your humility.
Me, I had a friend who was vegan and then I listened to an audiobook.
I know. I want to know what the audiobook was.
I'm also curious.
Went vegan to lose weight, and while I was looking at recipes, saw animal AG videos.
Oh, that's a good one also. Interesting.
Isn't to lose weight, and while I was looking at recipes, saw animal AG videos.
Be vegan but murder plants. Well, you murder less plants, so if that's your concern, but plants aren't
Does a
sentient
cow feel
beings.
more pain than a rat? Probably not.
Yeah.
People stuck in their childhood programming. I'm anti-vegan as well. Yay me day. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Learn Dutch.
Learn Dutch. Dutch is hard, Gita.
It's okay.
Bel Roosten.
Yeah. Who cares? Learn Dutch. Don't
Became allergic
solve
to
them.
animal products. Plants are living things. They're alive. All food matters. Friendships.
Hey, YouTube.com. Nice to see you here. All food matters, sure, but we're talking about individuals here, not food. Plants are also living things. Plants are not individuals. And if you advocate for plants' rights, you should be vegan because you kill more plants in the process. Not being vegan.
Pro-slavery. It's weird to be pro-slavery and anti-vegan. Humans are not animals.
Well, no, pro-slavery is anti-vegan, isn't it? It's a little bit that.
Plants rights activists are hilarious. I agree.
Humans are animals, yes.
Anyone else? Any more former anti-vegans who became vegan? Or maybe even non-vegans who became vegan?
Plant murder is evil. Plant lives matter. Then you should be vegan because you kill less plants.
You are not individuals, you are cult members. Dan Byrne, look up vegan, cult, and bite analysis, BITE. You will learn some things that you probably don't want to admit to.
I've been vegan for 3 years now, says Anonymous. Nice, love to see that. Sure, says David. I made the t-shirt also with sure. I'm gonna...
Chip was definitely bullied a lot as a child. I'm curious what the point was
I also
there.
don't understand the point there. I wasn't bullied that much. In fact,
I guess you were the bully, Dan.
I wasn't
the
the bully.
bully in
Actually, throughout my childhood, I was the one who stood up against bullies and who got their ass kicked because of that. So I did stand up for people who couldn't stand up. I got my ass kicked a lot of the times because of that, but I stood up for justice. And that's what I'm doing now. It seems like I'm consistent at least.
I gotta keep track of time.
What time do you have to leave or what?
I have to meet someone at 5.
You have to meet somebody at 5? Who are you meeting?
A friend from Acro.
I actually wanted to tell you. So Beetle Baby and I did a lot of acro at the
Prague?
camp out.
Oh, a camp out. There was Acro at camp
No,
out?
there wasn't, but we did it like she taught me some moves and stuff, and it was super cool.
Did you wrangle attention?
What's a regular
Or
thing?
did people see you and
Did people see?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, only our friends, I guess, and stuff. But like,
Did
dude,
you-
I want to go into acro. It's so cool.
Dude,
It's-
join.
Yeah, I want to join. I wanted to ask you about
join this
that.
community, man?
Yeah, I
I'm
wanna
telling
join
you.
it. It's
There's a
nice.
few vegans in the Amsterdam community.
There's vegans acros.
There's a few.
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
Elk
That's nice.
and her partner, I think Leo. Elk and Leo. They're
Okay.
really cool.
Okay.
What was I gonna ask you? Did you meet some cool people at camp out? Did you see David?
David Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you see Danny?
Danny Ishe, yeah.
You talked to him?
Yeah, Danny Ishe told me that his brother sends him videos of me all the time.
Funny.
Yeah, that's funny. But
All right, my ego has a question. Did I come up in any conversations at all? I can't
no,
remember.
I
That's
don't.
okay.
No, were you supposed to?
No.
No,
I'm not.
sorry.
I'm not.
I didn't
active.
really have a lot of conversations with people. Like I just
Yeah.
spent a lot of time with vegan gays and BPM mostly, because I just I like them. That's what I did at Camp Out.
Did you watch Moby perform?
I watched some of his speech, but I had to
Oh, he had
go
a
and
speech.
record something with someone.
I want to see Moby's camp out speech.
I feel like David Rams took the speech. He did a
He
great.
does good speeches.
He does
I've
good
seen his
speeches. Yeah. Yeah. It was nice. It was fun. It was fun. I'm going to keep eating my food of my choice. Well, instead of saying no, like,
There,
listen,
dude.
what we're trying to explain to you here, everyone, like, you're here having these conversations, and you should be watching, just to try and bend your mind a little bit. Don't let your ego get in the way. Like, we cannot force you in any position. So at least question what you're doing. At best, like the worst case scenario, you end up in exactly the same position, right? When you start questioning whether what it is that you're doing is right or wrong, when you start putting an asterisk towards, hey, is this really the right thing to do? You're already thinking a little bit more, and maybe you even have more reasons to continue doing it. I'm not asking you to be in a certain way. I'm asking you to question your decisions, to question your position. Is it really okay to unalive an innocent pig, but wrong to unalive a dog? Because what exactly makes it okay? Like, that's what I've been asking every single person. So, don't be that person. Be nice to the animals. Alexandra's here. Let's go. Alexandra's here. Chip is turning people away with his rude behavior. Not at all. In fact, there's people who contact me and said they've been vegan because of me. So
Oh, are you counting your wins and ignoring your misses?
no, it's not that. But I can't like. I feel like people who went vegan because of me. I tell them the same thing. I didn't make you go vegan. I was just the one the last straw, right?
Yeah,
Most-
I saw that comment or that message you got. That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's just people go vegan because they make their choices, because they understand the reality of it. Not, all I'm doing is just trying to have conversations with them, challenge their good notions of it. You wanna have a conversation?
Yeah.
How old are you?
What's it about?
Animals.
Animals.
Yeah. How old are you though?
18.
18. You're good. Are you okay being live on YouTube and TikTok?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. But you wanna come here so that you're in view? I heard German, huh? You're from Germany.
I'm from Germany.
Guten Tag.
Guten
What's your
Tag.
name?
Right? Davut. Davut.
Davud. I'm Chip.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Where from in Germany?
Saarbrücken.
Saarbrücken.
We come from southwest.
Nice. Well, we're here to speak up for animals.
What do you mean by speak up for animals?
Well, we believe animals are being mistreated, and we want animals to no longer be mistreated. How do you feel about that?
I think, me personally, the way animals are treated is really horribly. For example, in the, I don't know the word for it in English, Massentierhaltung. I think
Mass
it's
production.
Mass production, right?
Yeah.
I think there should be way more, a way higher standard of living for the animals which we eat, consume, or which just
Why? Why should we care? Like, at the end of the day, we're killing them, right? So why should we care
Yeah,
how we treat a
but
chicken?
even then, we should still treat them with
Why?
some dignity because
Why?
they're still living beings.
But do you think you're treating them with dignity if you choose to kill them?
No, that isn't something that is right, but that's a way bigger problem to tackle. You can't just do no flesh for the whole world. The world would just.
No, but I want to understand. So, in your position, you're saying we should treat animals nicely, but we should also not kill them, right? You're saying we shouldn't kill them. Or are
in
you
an
saying it's okay to
ideal,
kill them?
utopical world, right?
In an ideal world, we shouldn't kill them,
yeah,
right?
but we can't strive for this ideal world.
Okay, we
anyway.
can't. But let's imagine this way. Let's imagine that there's a couple of animals out there
Yeah.
that are specifically killed for you. Do you think, in order to reach that ideal world, or even if we don't reach that ideal world, it would make a difference if you would make the choice to no longer kill those animals?
Yeah, to no longer kill them would make the difference if everyone does the same. But
No, but if only you do it. Would
Yeah.
it make a difference to those animals that are specifically brought into existence to be killed for you?
yeah,
It would make a difference to them, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like to say this thing a lot of the times where imagine people get killed every day. We know that now, right? But if somebody attempts at killing you, it's the worst thing that can happen to you, and you
Yes.
don't want that to happen to you, right? So if somebody makes this decision and says, well, I no longer want to attempt at killing you, it means a whole lot to you, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't it mean just as much to an animal, even though they can't verbalize it, they can't explain it, but it would mean just as much to them if you make the choice to no longer kill them?
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate you for saying that. Do you think you can choose to be vegan and no longer kill innocent animals?
You can choose to be vegan,
Yeah.
but to no longer kill the animals is a whole other thing for me. If I choose to be vegan, the meat production won't stop.
No, but some animals are specifically brought into existence for you. That's how I described it.
That's the point where I would disagree. They aren't brought to existence specifically for me. They are brought to existence and killed because of all of the stores which
All
sell
of the
them.
demand, yeah.
Yeah, the demand.
But the demand is created by whom?
By all the people who buy them. And
Exactly.
myself won't change that.
Well, here's the question: is it okay for me to download and purchase child pornography?
no,
Okay, but it's already being made.
that's right.
Okay, but you're saying it's still not okay.
To consume them is something that is
Good argument.
morally whole other different thing than eating flesh
Why?
for me.
How is it
That's
different?
something that's from my moral code point of view.
But your moral code already says it's wrong to kill animals. You already said we shouldn't do that. And so you're already in a position where you're saying we shouldn't do this one thing. There's an industry that does it. And you're saying it's okay for me to go there and participate in it because there's already an industry who did it.
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
First of all, I appreciate you taking the time so far. So
No, it's
thank
fine.
you so much. How did you form your morals around animals? Like, can you recall growing up and then making the decision that it's okay?
No, most of the time I really didn't care. It was the last few years where I had more contact with it, with my girlfriend who were more open-minded to animals and many other people. Before that I really didn't care. I just eat my flesh and
What did you learn that started to get you to care a little
I
more?
saw how other people treated the animals, how they sought for them. Got into more contact with them, and that really opened up my opinion on them way more.
I
than before.
appreciate that. So at this point, what's keeping you attached to consuming animals? Is it just habit? Is it that you like the taste? What's keeping you attached
First
to
of all,
consuming
it's
animals?
the taste. I have to admit it. It's just one of my favorite things. I love flesh, and the second thing is I don't see myself doing the difference. I know if everyone thinks that it isn't a thing, but I don't see myself. It's way too big. Maybe if
Oh, but just to be clear, like, if you're actually thinking about it honestly, do you think that you choosing to adopt a plant-based diet? I'm not asking if you can or not, but just imagine, hypothetically speaking, if you could do that, and you would do that, do you think that wouldn't make a difference for some animals out there?
I don't think that would make a difference. For
But that's-
someone, because
So
my-
here's a question,
That's
and
actually false.
I'm not trying to be a troll or anything, but would you say that you have low or high self-esteem?
no
Low self-esteem or high self-esteem?
high self-esteem.
High self-esteem. So you're saying that you making a change in your life isn't going to make a difference. Do you not think that that's the statement of someone with low self-esteem? What I do doesn't matter. I can't influence other people. I can't make a difference.
That's something entirely else to say. I think my choice to eat flesh won't change the mass production of flesh.
But it would change the life for some animals. That's what I've been trying to explain to you. And what he's been trying to explain to you is that you're in a position right now where you make the statement that you have no impact, but your impact, not only that it could be on the animals, only you alone would have the change on your impact, but you could also have impact on the people around you because you claim that it's wrong to do so. You living up to this potential, you especially as a person who loves flesh so much as you claim, and making this change could have such a big impact on the people around you. You could make a big difference, not just for the animals that would otherwise be exploited specifically for you, but also on animals that would be exploited for other people. So you do have an impact. You do have a big impact that you could say. You do have a big voice. You do have something happens for you. And it's the calculation is around 100 animals per person per year. Even if it's half of that for you, even if it's just 50 animals per year, even if it's a third of that, 30, even if it's 10%, it's 10 animals per year. 10 animals would no longer be going through that for you. When I showed you the example, it was just one person wanting to kill you, and it meant everything to you. You could do the same to 10 animals.
I can see you reflecting. I know you are, and I appreciate that. Here's another question for you. And if you're running out of time, just let us know, and we'll try to
Yeah.
be efficient. But do you picture an animal-free diet as a miserable sacrifice? Do you feel like you're giving up something, or do you feel like do you think it's just salads and celery all day, or do you?
No, I know there are many other alternatives. Many alternatives already getting close to the experience of really eating the
Yeah.
flesh. There are some bad ones, there are some good ones. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
everything else.
Appreciate you
Well,
saying that, because some people
very
they'll
well
try
said, yeah.
one bad product and then they'll say, "I'll
No,
plant
you
this
have to
with
be
it."
realistic.
Yeah.
I love flesh. I can also say that there are very good alternatives. My girlfriend loves to eat non-flesh foods, and they are very amazing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned taste before,
Yeah.
and you mentioned that you just can't see yourself making the change. And I appreciate your honesty on all of that so far. If it turns out that what you love about the taste of animals, you can totally 100% get it from plants, would that make a difference for you to start leaving animals off your plate?
Probably slowly, pretty much. If I
Okay.
had the time, I would more or less look for it. If I could make the change, if it would cost the same, I really wouldn't care.
I mean, it could cost less.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us that
Less,
found out that
more.
we're saving more by not eating beef, chicken, all of these things. So, I mean, look, I appreciate you taking the time. I, Chip and I have different opinions on this. I don't fully expect you to just completely transform and snap the finger talking to a couple strangers on the street, but we're here because we've seen some things that most people have never seen, don't want to see. We've taken on the burden of seeing the nightmare that's taking place. It is an emergency, and these industries that are behind all of it, they think you're stupid. They lie to you about everything, and this is conditioning that goes back generations. It's a strong momentum of indoctrination that our parents, their parents, it goes back generations. And the worst part of it is that it's completely unnecessary. We don't have to make these beings suffer. And if we don't have to, and it's not a sacrifice at all, then would you not see that it's a moral imperative if we're just thinking about right and wrong and ethics that scale?
Yeah.
I see you thinking about it, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I would probably agree on you with that point. I really don't have anything against you guys. Even
I
if
know.
up here we have different opinions, but
We have nothing against you, is there?
yeah, I hate people who are on your side or on my side hating each other. I love talking. I love dialogue. I love expanding myself. I just some new comparisons I learned here, new things, new viewpoints. I would mostly try to implement. I wouldn't say I would go full vegan tomorrow. I don't think any of you will expect that.
Well, I expect you to do one thing, because you see, if somebody comes to me and tells me that something I'm doing is going against my own values, then I'll stop doing that and I'll do my research. That's what I expect out of you. If we're telling you right now that you're in a position where you can choose to not be violent towards animals, which is against your values, and there is another choice, what I expect out of you is to do your research, and if you find that to be true, to change. I don't know how, like it's up to you how you get to change and all that stuff, but I do expect you to do that. So is it fair to assume that while you do your research, it's important that you don't longer oppress animals, that you maybe choose plant-based, maybe you choose a meal or two, you watch a video online today and you learn what animals go through?
We're not asking you to. What's your favorite meal?
Favorite meal?
Is it a burger? Is it
I think a steak.
steak? Not asking you to stop eating steak, but the next time you get a steak, see if there's a plant-based steak. In Amsterdam, you can go to Mr. Watson. They have steak.
Oh, Mr. Watson has steak? Then no. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Watson has steak. But I'll give you a card, and there's a documentary here called Dominion. They show you what animals go through. That's in the beginning of your research, so to see it. I just want one thing. You and your girlfriend, you seem like people who want to care about animals. You were open to it, and I appreciate that. Watch that video, and until you watch it, don't consume any animal products. Can you do that?
I will try to.
If you're in the position of the victim, would you accept it if somebody said, I would try to, or would you want somebody to
No.
say no? Yeah. So do it as if you were in the position of the victim, okay? Thank you so much. Watch that video.
You didn't have to stop and talk to us. You made the
No
choice
problem.
to. It says a lot about you. Thank you.
Cheers.
You guys have a
good
great
one.
day.
Thank you.
I'm trying to be nice like you are.
It's
you
not
know?
about being nice. It's not nice. It's empathy and psychology. When therapists are working with someone who got sent to them because the court said deal with this criminal, this person has a criminal pathology.
Fair enough.
The therapist has to explore where is this pathology coming from? What eureka moments can we have to shift it? It's not about being nice.
I think the only thing I don't like is the idea that I don't expect you to change now.
I know. But
Like-
I hear you. I hear you, and
Yeah.
I will work on not saying that so much.
No, you can say that if
But
you want.
but
I'm just.
but it's. Do you watch Game of Thrones? It's-
don't.
it
I've
doesn't
never
matter.
watched it.
It doesn't
no.
matter. It's not totally reasonable to expect people you don't know and have no relationship with. It's not totally reasonable to expect them to listen to us.
Oh, I don't have that expectation. So my expectation is exactly what I told him, is that you look into it yourself, and if what we're saying is true, then you change. Yeah, and I do think that it's reasonable to assume that the change is instant, because this isn't a particular issue where you're like, oh, harming the environment or some shit. You're doing something extremely bad. Every single choice could mean the life and death of a single individual. So I do expect you to change instantly the minute you find out what is right or wrong, but I don't expect
So-
you to
so
trust me. I expect you to do your research.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
The other part of it is we're saying make the change now, go off on your merry way, no support, no community, nothing.
Yeah.
You give them resources, and I recognize that,
Yeah.
but they're going to go back to their families who have their indoctrination. They're going to go back to their friends. They're going to be surrounded by an environment with no support system, totally isolated. So it really is not so easy to just say make the switch. We don't, like, good luck, no support system.
I mean, they have Animal Justice 21. They have a support system there and stuff. But, you know, I get what you mean. I understand change can be hard for some people. But what my question is, no, not my question. My concern is a little bit like,
How old are you?
how old are you? 16. Oh, you're way too young. Sorry. My concern is that when you put it out there that make a change, like when I say people change completely, people make a change as much as they can. But when I tell them change as much as they can, they change less, right? Like my point is that I understand people may not change completely, but I do think that if I tell them,
You're saying if somebody
I say them
wants
change
to-
more and
Yeah.
they'll change
You're
less.
saying we're gonna go to Mars, and just by having that goal, you're more likely to get to the moon.
It's always, I always feel like it's that way, right?
Yeah.
What I ask of them, they'll do less. So if I ask less of them, they'll do even less, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I see it. I don't know if it's true, obviously. Like, it doesn't have to be true. And you might be right. Like, I think the answer is somewhere in between us. I do think that the answer is, and that's why whenever I speak to people, I feel like I don't want you to change right now. What I want you to do is watch this video and completely connect with it. And if you think that what's going on there is wrong, you can change, and there's the resources there for you. But you have to make the change, right? I'm not going to push anyone into change, because we're not pushing anybody. We're just having conversations. We can't convince anybody of anything, right? They convince themselves of it. That's the reality.
That's fair. I'll say that one of my concerns with animal activism is when someone says, "You're a disgusting person. You're this. You're that." What I'm concerned about there is that we are assigning an identity for them to internalize. People will be what they are called, and it's very important to me. It's not about being nice. It's about assigning an identity to them. So saying, hey, I can see that you are open-minded. I see that you have humility. I see that you are reflecting. Really making them believe.
try?
Really making them believe that they are these traits that we need them to have if they're going to make a change.
It's hard, right? Because I feel like it's different for every person. You're right about that with some people, but I know for a fact people who went vegan because somebody challenged them in that manner. Like somebody told them, hey, what you're doing is not okay, and called them names. And they went vegan because of that. So it's hard to say. I don't think there's one way to approach everyone. I think there's different ways to approach everyone. That's why I think, and I tell people, it's extremely important that everyone goes out there and speak to somebody, because maybe I'll go mean to somebody, and then maybe you'll go nice. I know you don't like the word, but like, you know, maybe you'll do your thing somewhere
Say
else down
compassion.
the road.
Compassionate.
You're right down the road. You know, this person will meet somebody who will push them fucking hard, and they'll be like, I fucking hate this person, and then they'll meet somebody who makes a good case for it. Who knows if maybe even in a particularly different order that makes them go vegan, right? Like, it's just, or makes them think, because they only go vegan once they think. That's the reality. People have to think. So. I think I think all of it is valuable. So, you know, I'm willing to do it your way also today, and to try more, and I'm okay with that. I don't care.
Maybe it really does work that we're on two sides of the spectrum. Maybe it makes a difference.
I do think it does. For what it's worth, I totally agree with what Chip Guy said. I've seen many who got triggered and then came back to become vegan. Yeah, I know, Tufty. I've also seen that. But it also could be, you know, like our own biases. It could be that the people who don't get triggered, they don't come back, right? It could be that people who got triggered have more of an incentive to come back and say that they went vegan because they got triggered. You want to have a conversation?
About what?
Animals.
Animals?
Yeah. How old are you though?
I'm 20.
You're 20. You're good. Are you
Oh, we're live.
23.
23? I am live on YouTube and TikTok. Are you guys okay being live on YouTube and
Yes.
TikTok? Okay.
But I don't know a lot about animals, really.
That's okay. We'll judge you for that. Can you come here?
Black? All
Me
black?
Yeah,
too,
go for
or yeah?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
We look like we're going to Berghain or something.
To where? To where?
Berghain?
Isn't that?
In Berlin.
Yeah.
What's your names?
Koen.
Koen?
It's a Dutch name.
Nala.
Nala.
Yes.
Where are you guys
Nala? Like
From
Lion,
here.
Lion
from
King Nala?
Yes.
from the Netherlands?
Yeah, from Amsterdam.
Love it, love it. Okay, so we're. Do you want to do it actually? You do your thing.
Yeah, sure. So we're animal advocates. So we're here advocating for the lives of animals. He's been grilling me on this. So, you guys familiar with what a vegan is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you just, so we're on the same page, explain the definition of a vegan?
Not eating meat, animals.
And no eggs, no milk. So you eat plants like normally.
Yeah. And not just food, right? We don't wear clothes.
yeah.
We don't get furniture.
Also
any of that kind of
Zoos,
stuff.
we don't go to zoos
Yeah.
and stuff.
So can you understand why, like why vegans have this position?
Yeah, I guess because it's not good for animals. Like they go through a lot of pain. I guess that's the biggest reason, right?
That's part of
I
it.
think.
Also, just we
think
don't want
so too.
we don't want them to die if they don't
Yeah.
have to. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
also not just pain and death, right? It's also the idea that, because imagine what we're essentially trying towards animals is to not do something that we wouldn't want to be done to us, right? Like for instance, obviously pain is one thing you don't want. Somebody killing you is something you don't want, but you also don't want somebody to treat you like an object or use you, right?
Yeah.
So we also have a problem with the objectification of animals or the usage of animals.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and guess you are not vegan.
No.
Okay. Okay. So, can you recall growing up and learning about food and learning, finding out as a child that what you were eating used to be a living being? Do you remember that at all?
Yeah, I guess it was at a very late age.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like at primary school. They never talked about.
They don't
like,
talk about it,
no.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then do you remember how you responded emotionally to that? Did you think that was crazy or anything?
Not that much, to be
Uh-huh.
honest.
Yeah, I try to eat less, and I also try to think about to not buy clothes already. But it was just like 2 years ago. I'm now 23, so before then I never knew about it. So I'm really, I really get why people now take it so serious.
Yeah. What have you learned in the last few years?
Yeah, with like clothing. I'm also my English is not that good.
It's okay.
You're doing great, right?
I'm getting a bit into also clothing, why you should not buy certain wool or something from certain like China brands, from COS or Zara, because I don't think the wool is coming from a good place where the animals get treated good. So that's these things I'm getting into,
Sure,
but
sure.
like 2 years.
Okay. So, how does it make you feel today, knowing that meat requires animals to die?
Pretty bad.
Okay.
Sometimes I do see videos on social medias, but I try to not look at it because then it doesn't feel real.
Yeah. Easy to just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
I get it. It's not fun to look at.
Yeah.
So, did you remember learning? Did anyone ever come to you in your life and say, "Hey, you actually don't need to eat animals, or you don't need to consume any products that came from animals"?
yeah.
Yeah. And what's your idea of that?
Well, I think like I don't have any arguments against it because I do agree, but it's just something in my head that goes like, but it's not real or something. Like
Yeah.
I just try to
Yeah, we're used
block
to it.
Yeah.
We're used to it.
Can
It's
I-
just conditioning, right?
Yeah.
Can I say something? So it's very interesting because, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of don't want to see what happens to animals.
Yeah.
Nobody likes seeing that, obviously. you do have a particular emotion that comes up when you when this comes up, right? Maybe it's a little bit of guilt because
Yeah.
you know that you're part of it, right? And at the same time, when you go to the supermarket or when you make these choices, it's not something that you consciously think about. It's just something that you do because you've always done, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that feeling that you have, that guilt, should, I think it should translate to when you make these choices, right?
Yeah.
Because that should drive the choices going forward. Because I don't want to say, but you are guilty right now of it, right? Like animals are being put in this position because
Yeah.
of you. But at the same time, you can choose to not be in that position anymore. You luckily live in one of the best cities in the world to be vegan, right? You live, it's easy, it's cheap, it's healthy. You can get almost every single food that you like. You can get it on a plant-based option here, and it might be cheaper and just as tasty. But if you continue down this line, and you continue ignoring this guilt, it's, I mean, I don't want to say because maybe you won't get affected by it at all, but the innocent animals do get affected by it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's, I guess I'm
Doesn't
mostly
make
interested,
sense.
like if you think about it now, do you have that guilt now? Do you feel it coming up? How do
Yeah.
you feel about it?
I do.
Because
Right
you're a good
now.
person. Yeah.
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 So what would it take to leave animals off your plate? What
I'm
would
thinking about it, but yeah, I think you
We're
got-
here to help you out.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
what-
yeah. You
Yeah.
guys are here and like live streaming to make to alert this to
Yeah.
people. But I'm thinking about what should be the solution to this all, because we are this age, but younger children you can like make a way for them. But for us it's not too late, of course. But for me, to help me go to like not eat it anymore, people should really go on me and give
push
me
you.
information to push me,
yeah.
because 2 weeks ago I
Talk
saw
about this.
I saw chicken. I saw chicken in like a small farm, and I eat for no chicken for 2 weeks. But
Wow.
yesterday I ate it. So I
So
was-
what happened? How did it?
just do not think about it. But if someone pushes me and show these things to me, I'm not eating chicken for 2 weeks again. But then
But it
I'm eating
forgot-
it
but you
again.
forgot,
I'm
right?
forgetting it. Yeah.
Did you forget, or did you just say? Did you just have a thought where you were just like, you know what, I just
didn't.
really want to?
didn't have thought.
Yeah.
Can I show you?
You can show me.
So-
I don't know.
Are you the-
Maybe just a quick.
So what I'm showing over here is this is a very typical method of killing chickens. This is in a slaughterhouse. It doesn't matter how they might have been in a nice farm, but eventually they ended up in this position. These chickens are 42 days old. The chickens that we breed for meat are 42 days old. They can live 10 years, but they can't really live that long also, because we bred them in a way that they get really sick after a year or two. But we kill them after a month or two of days. What they're here, you see them like all wet and stuff because they went through a bath of water, and then they went, which electrocutes them, so they essentially numb them so that they don't feel it, and some of them is cutting their throat. That's what you see here. It's for us, we get desensitized. We see them a little bit like objects, but it helps to know that this person, this is kind of like a person,
Yeah.
because this individual had dreams, had thoughts, had feelings, just like we do, right? It's just desensitized when we see it like this. Here in Amsterdam specifically, the way they kill chickens, because you can go to Brokkelen, which is where the slaughterhouse is,
Yeah.
and they put them in gas chambers here. They put them in CO2 gas chambers, yes. And the
Yeah,
CO2 gas chambers
That's
are
exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
it's not only that it's very bad because they do it because they kill a lot of chickens that way, but it's very bad not just because CO2 makes them panic, because CO2 makes you panic, that's just a reaction that your body does, but also because CO2 burns them from the inside out. So it forms carbonic acid in their throat, and they feel a lot of pain. So obviously these are some ways of killing them, and the more you look into it, the more you realize no matter how you kind of spin it, every way of killing an innocent animal is kind of messed up, right?
Yeah.
And when we see these images, it just reminds us of that thing, the blood, all that. And obviously, you get affected by it by only watching it once. Imagine the people who do it every day, how they get affected.
Yeah.
So there's also the people who work in slaughterhouses who also get affected by it because they suffer from PTSD and all that kind of stuff. So there's
They have high rates of suicide.
yeah, it's not just the animals that suffer, it's the humans, it's the economy, because these are cheap because they're
Yeah.
subsidized.
Yeah.
it's nobody wins in this situation. The farmers also don't win because they don't get a lot of money, right? So it's just us continuing on a trail that does absolutely nothing good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here,
So-
can I
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna ask a question that I don't think I've ever asked before. Let's say hypothetically you guys made the decision right now you don't want to consume any animals anymore. How do you go about that as soon as you walk away from Chip and I?
Yeah, I don't know. Do new groceries,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you just go into the grocery store and just intuitively buy, or would you do research, or would you talk to vegan friends?
Well, I kind of know a lot of food because I get that subject on school. So I think I would kind of know what I would get, but yeah, a lot of proteins, I guess.
Yeah, we already eat a lot of nuts, so that's a good thing, right?
Nuts
I
are
don't
good,
want to
yeah.
be stupid,
They're
but-
not a source for protein, but they're a good source for fats and
Yeah.
Yeah.
healthy.
Yeah, I really don't know. I like to eat like fish for the proteins.
You like fish for protein.
Yeah, for the protein.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really of the taste, but it's really for like my body to.
What do you understand protein sources to be on the plant-based side?
I think beans, a lot of beans.
Yeah, it's mediocre source of
I'm not
Yeah.
really into it. So
What about tofu, tempeh?
tofu?
Tofu is very cheap. in
Never
Alberta,
really
it's
ate
quite
it.
good.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you have an idea about soy that
Yeah,
gives you resistance to soy?
I do so. I do know soya. We do a lot of groceries at the Eco Plaza.
Okay.
You know Eco Plaza?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you have a lot
I'm a
of soy
foreigner.
products.
Do you have a
So,
problem with soy products?
No.
No.
Okay.
Because some people think that soy
I can
products
eat everything.
makes them more feminine or something. It's
Ah.
obviously
Oh,
not
yeah.
true.
Ah.
Do we look feminine?
And you get titties.
Yeah, I eat soy every day. I eat
I
a
eat
block of
soy every
tofu
day.
every day plus more soy, and also like we have studies showing that like we don't have to trust her or anything like that.
So again, just trying to brainstorm and just trying
that's
to,
really
to
good.
help do the
You're
work.
making me think.
I'm curious of one thing. So obviously, when let's say you imagine you do make that decision today, it will be difficult today, right? It will be difficult tomorrow.
Yeah.
But how do we feel after a month? Do we think that the difficulty will still be there? Like imagine you do it
maybe
this way.
not, but maybe then later you have like how do I
Like
Yeah.
a pushback. You feel
Pushback,
like you think it's
maybe.
like for the smoking cigarettes that you
Yeah.
have like you want
Yeah.
to
like that? Yeah.
I feel like the first days would be kind of easier for me, and then after a month, I would miss it.
What
I
would
think-
you miss?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, the taste.
Okay.
But
So
what the taste of what? What is it that you would miss?
For example, I really like steak.
okay.
Steak.
So have you heard of lion's mane steak?
Or
Yeah.
plant-based steaks that
Yeah.
you have in
But
the
it does
supermarket.
taste different, right?
Blind tests from people and studies have shown that they like the one that they think is meat.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
and it's not even that, like it tastes a little bit different, but
Yeah.
a lot of the times when we think about the taste of meat, it's not the taste that we miss, it's the texture.
Yeah.
So
fair,
the texture of
fair.
it is nowadays we got that shit on.
And
We got
taste
the
buds
texture.
do adapt.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
personally I do not really enjoy dairy cow secretion cheese anymore. That's why I just like I don't like
I
it.
have a
Oh.
question.
Yeah.
So we are like already for 3 years really into non-processed food to
Yeah.
eat as less possible.
Yeah.
So when you buy steak, there is of course no process. It's only steak.
But
The
you do that
the
for your
steak we
health,
get.
right?
The industry
Yeah.
wants
So-
you to believe. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we don't know, but
I mean, you think about it. A cow processes blood, urine, feces, pus. It's like it's eating the plants from the earth and processing all of it.
yeah.
And then when you get the steak, you're not getting leather, skin, you're not getting blood, you're not getting the face and the eyes. and all
No,
that
of course,
stuff.
of course. But it's no added sugar, added salt, of course. We hope.
Tofu's like that.
But then my question is, the products you eat aren't these like processed with a lot of E numbers and?
So even if they were, let's imagine that they were, right? We actually have studies coincidentally came out last year comparing meat with processed meat, as you call it, and they compared like Beyond Meat, which is I think arguably one of the more processed ones. We live in Alberheim. We live in Alberheim. We live in Amsterdam. And like in Alberheim, you have some of these options like planted steak, which is literally just soy and some spices and maybe a stabilizer. But stabilizers are added to meat also because they have to, otherwise meat gets rotten. But when you compare when they compare those two, actually the health outcomes were better on the people who ate plant-based meats.
Yeah.
So because you see, red meat, we already know for like 15 years now that it's carcinogenic. So steak, as much as you like it, it doesn't like you. It will cause colon cancer. Every time you eat it, your chances of colon cancer increases. Number one. Number two, it's obviously incredibly bad for the environment. And the main reason we're here, it kills an innocent animal. And all the things we like, I cannot possibly justify what happens to the animal, right? Like we can learn to like new things. We can find pleasure in so many amazing things. And like honestly, I'm a foodie. I love eating. In fact, I move around a lot because I want to eat more throughout the day. I eat around 4,000, 5,000 calories because I love eating so much. I go to the gym so that I can eat more. So I'm one of those people who really, food is a big deal to me. And I genuinely, becoming on plant-based, I didn't feel like I missed out on anything. In fact,
I eat more.
I eat more.
I used to eat less. Now I eat more different types of foods.
And I also learned that food can be way tastier in way different ways. Like steak can be good if you like it, but it's such a banal thing compared to what other type of complexity of taste you can get from plant-based dishes. I know it sounds silly, and I know you're like, I like it, but like, but like honestly, like you're missing out, bro. Like I'm just saying, the taste of some of the dishes out there, you're missing out on something that you're like mind blowing. Like it's like the difference between masturbation and sex. That amount, you know what I mean? Like it's pleasurable, but come on. Like let's face it, one's good with it.
So what I find productive is that you're kind of giving me insight on what the resistance is, because I'm trying to explore what the attachment still is. There's taste, there's protein, there's concerns about processed versus non-processed. So I don't want to just like totally give all the answers, but something that I've been saying a lot lately is that a lot of this stuff, these points of resistance, is coming from a $1 trillion industry that is working overtime, every trick in the book, using social media, using influencers, using all these different people to make us believe that this vegan cult is insane, and that this Beyond Meat is unhealthy, and that all the animals are getting a nice, happy life and they're getting killed painlessly, and everybody just wants to believe that because they don't want to think that, nobody wants to think that they're one of the bad ones, or that their parents who fed them are one of the bad ones. So it's not fun work, but I mean, if you found out that you were a victim of indoctrination that goes back generations, and that this industry lies to you about everything, and they laugh at you as they take your money, would you feel okay with that, or would you want to escape all that?
Well, I would want to escape, but I feel like it's not only with like the animal industry. It's like with a lot of industries.
It's all integrated.
We just get scammed all day.
Yeah.
But I feel like the biggest thing for me is it just feels easy. And if I look at those pictures, it still feels like it's somewhere far away.
Yeah.
And maybe if I think like, I don't want this to happen to my own cat, for example. Like maybe if I
That's a good call,
think about that, then it feels more closer.
What's the name of your cat?
Sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's a good name. So Sushi, you notice they have a personality, right?
Yeah.
They have dreams. They have a mood, right? Sometimes they're like, "Fuck you, leave me
She's
alone."
crazy.
Yeah. So the thing about it is though that all these other animals are the same thing as sushi, right? Like when you're paying for a cow to be put into a slaughterhouse, you're just paying for a different variation of sushi to be put into a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
And they all just want to live in the same manner that sushi does. And they all, by the way, cry. And we're not just talking about the meat, because meat is one place where they bring the animals into existence to kill them, which is bad. But when it comes to dairy products like milk and cheese, they bring the animals into existence. They rape the females so that they make babies. They take away their babies. They kill the male ones because they don't make milk. They kill the females when their milk production declines. And so they do this repeatedly year over year. It's an industry that abuses animals to an extent that just the common things, the common practice amongst all of them disgusts us. If you go into details about which farm what they do, you end up being like, what the fuck? How like I personally still learn something almost every week about something that they do, which is why the fuck do they do that? And it always ends up in the same principle, for money.
Yeah.
It's always about money. It's always about the money for them, and the money they get from you. So I understand you're in a position where you might question yourself whether you should change or not. But can we just do this one thing, because we don't want to keep you for longer. Can you just do one thing? You don't have to be convinced by us right now. But I just want to give you a video And I just want you to watch that video. It will be about animals. It will be hard to see.
Yeah.
But I want you to watch it and connect with it, and then see if you really are the person who is putting those animals. If you want to be that person, and if you want to be that person, you make the choices. You won't see us again. Hell, you'll walk down the street and you'll do your own thing, right? We can't do anything about it. You still have the right to do whatever you want to do. But if you don't want to be part of that person, if you feel like that's wrong, you do have all the resources there to help you change. You have everything available to you, and you get to make the choices for yourself. Not in front of a camera, not in front of two strangers, just you alone and do your own thing. Can you do that?
I can make a deal.
Yeah.
I really want to try like at least 2 weeks of veganism,
Yeah.
but then I don't watch the video because I don't know if I can.
Then I'll give you a
handle it.
different thing. There's another
Okay.
video here. 'Cause
Okay.
luckily, I know there's people who don't
And
like
I-
watching
and I
those
have a
videos.
I think
starter-
I'll be traumatized.
And
if
I have a
watch
starter
it.
kit that I can give you as well if you're on iPhone.
Okay.
That will it'll give you kind of a game plan on how to do animal-free eating for a
So
couple
you
weeks.
guys think
Okay.
this is the method, or is it like, because I'm questioning what's the real method for me, because it's just a way of living for me.
We actually debate this all the time.
Yeah, we
between our
don't know. We don't know.
conversations.
Yeah.
There's everyone's different. Everyone has a different psychology. Everyone has a different backstory.
True.
Let me tell you this before we go. The most important speech you'll ever hear is the second video that appears when you scan this QR code here. So the first one is Dominion, which shows what animals go through. You said you can't watch that. Don't watch that then. But watch the most important speech you'll ever hear. It's literally just a guy holding a speech, explaining to you about milk, dairy, eggs, cheese, all of it, and you learn what it is that you're paying for. That's it. It's a really good speech, and if not for anything else, honestly, I've given it to friends. They enjoyed the speech, and some of them went vegan, some of them didn't. So at least they enjoyed the speech. So it's a very damn good speech. It used to be called the best speech you'll ever hear. Now it's called the most important speech, but it is genuinely a really good speech. You'll enjoy it. Can you
We'll
just
check.
watch that speech, and
Yes.
until you watch it, don't consume any animal products? Can you do that?
Yes.
Mr.
I
Watson
like her.
in Amsterdam has steak.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Watson.
There's also
yeah.
some great YouTube videos that teach how to make lion's mane steak. The resources are out there. The starter kit I gave you, if you scroll down, there's a bunch of Instagram chefs that make really delicious plant-based food. It's not a sacrifice. It's
No,
everything you love about the taste you can get without the animals dying.
And
And,
you don't-
if that's possible, what's the number one regret of everyone who went
Not
vegan?
doing it
Not
sooner.
doing it sooner.
Yeah,
They all say the
it's-
same thing.
yeah, it's-
They all you didn't have to stop and talk to us. You made the choice. I
Yeah.
think it says a lot about
Yeah.
you.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Have a
my,
great day.
My dog's name was Nala. Yeah.
Amazing.
So appreciate that.
Okay, well.
Thank you
have a
guys.
good day.
Have a
Thank you
good
so
one.
much.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
I'm sad this one died.
Yeah, the camera died. It's fine. I'll still have the recording here.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a good conversation. Huh? I think like she has high potential of being vegan.
I think they both do. I think he said he was interested because he said he did the no chicken thing and then.
Yeah.
How did we do, guys? Oh, hey, B12 babe! We miss you, Ania. Miss you, Anya. Tofu was 1,000% cheaper than meat. You kidding me?
Yeah, tofu is the cheapest thing in the supermarket. It's less than €2 for 500 grams. It's insane.
I think that was a really good balance.
I think that was a pretty good balance. We actually managed to strike a really good balance today.
I think sometimes it's about how we start the conversations, and then once we start it on the right foot, and it can be productive all the way through.
I think they were also open-minded. Let's not just give us too much. Let's not suck our own cocks too much.
No, but I'm generally there is a science to making sure the conversations are productive.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Good conversation.
I gotta reply to some messages.
Reply to some messages. Let's see, everyone. How so far, all the non-vegans, how much closer are you to understanding our position? Good cop, bad cop works with you guys. Yeah.
It's not good. Okay, I'm not gonna argue. It's not good cop, bad cop.
That's
It might be a little bit of it's inquisitive versus call to action. Getting nowhere. Go to the big pharmacy protest if you want to change. I mean, Slim, I'm going to Cincinnati next month with over 100 animal activists to try to get Kroger to go cage-free And everybody who says that they oppose factory farming, they're welcome to show up, but it's really just vegans there.
Yeah.
Are we a couple? Are we a couple, Chip?
We're a couple of friends, yeah. But people get really insecure.
Chip
Nurse
converted.
Nurse Rod says Chip converted. I appreciate you being here, Nurse Rod, every day. Is David here? David is here. Let's go. David, Anya's here. Amazing. Kroll is all triggered. In the end, it's highly individual. Yeah, obviously it is, right? You make the choices. The whole point of we're trying to explain is don't oppress others. I know you have the right to do so. David Person.
You're right, PF for the animals. I don't disagree with you.
Kroll, why are you
I'm
so
in
triggered,
Cincinnati
bro?
and have been vegan 7 years now. Games on display. Look up Animal Equality, August 20th to 24th. If you want to come join up, we're going to be outside the Kroger offices protesting. You can meet me in person.
Doing some stretching before my drive. Red Bull chilling in the fridge. Let's go. That's amazing. Nice. Make sure you warm up those hamstrings, right? I think hamstrings are good to warm up before you drive.
Oh, man. Yeah.
They're really good. And everyone, don't forget your B12 today, coming from B12 Babe.
I actually took my pills for the first time in days.
Damn.
I was not on my protocol through race weekend.
I'm pretty...
I actually have
pretty
not been on a good
confident.
health protocol this whole summer. That's one thing I'm looking forward to getting home, is getting back in my
routine.
health and wellness routine.
Yeah. You should have come to the gym with me, man. That would have been really cool.
I didn't know that was an option. I would have loved
What
to.
do you
have
mean
trained
you
with
didn't know that was an option? You want to come to the gym with me? When are you leaving? You're leaving on Friday.
Dude, I am booked every day till I leave.
Oh.
I got Van Gogh Museum with a friend tomorrow.
Yeah, but I go to the gym in the morning.
What time?
7:30?
Oh, dude, I'm not a morning person, but I also can't ride to the train during peak hours.
7:30 is not even early. What the hell do you mean? I used to go at 6:30. 7:30 is like not a morning person. 7:30 is just like a
I
normal
am.
person.
It's one of my great flaws as a person is I am.
What time do you wake up?
It's not good.
Later than 8? Later
good,
than 9?
On a good day, I wake up maybe around 9.
Jesus, really that late? Holy crap.
I'm a night
man.
owl. A lot
Oh.
of my creative output and social interaction takes place at night.
I'm the same. It's just that I cannot wake up past 8.
I wish I was like you.
I'm just tired all the time because I go to bed late. But you guys want to have a conversation? Come on, let's do it. We are live on TikTok and YouTube. We're on YouTube and TikTok. No? Okay. He was tempted. Go work out with Chip, says David. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, my lower body is still, I'm still reeling from the injury I had. Did I tell you in Prague what happened?
No.
So in Prague, this one homeless person came
Oh
and
yeah,
kicked
you
me.
did
I
tell
told
me
you.
that.
I told you that.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I-
and
I-
I'm good now. I started squatting, so I'm good.
I'm struggling with a knee injury.
Oh shit.
It's been acting up all summer, but it's fine. I'm just gonna keep acroing.
Bro, I would
Yeah,
just.
dude, join the vegan or acro community.
I will join the acro community for sure. Yeah, I want to do more acro. That was really cool. And I also feel like acro is one of those things that really puts me out of my comfort zone, which I like. So yes. Yeah, Anya, I was telling him about how we did acro at the camp out, and how it's really cool now.
Anya, you can join the Berlin community. They're also really nice. I met a vegan there a couple of years ago.
There's vegans also in the Berlin community. That's cool.
There's no vegans in my community. Actually, I've been bringing vegans to my community.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I told you next month we're gonna have a little meet and greet for Tory Washington because he's going to compete in Mr. Olympia.
That's cool. You see Maddie?
Hmm?
You see Maddie?
Yeah, he is, and he's in his
Pretty good
50s.
Pretty good genetics then. Lifetime?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I suspect he might not be lifetime natty. He is natty now, but I don't know. Does Chip have pets? No, I do not. I do wish I had a pet pigeon though. Oh damn, I love them
I
pigeons.
mean, you could probably easily adopt one.
I don't want to,
Just
I don't
feed
want
them some
to.
anti-vegans.
I don't want to, you know, steal them.
Y'all don't eat meat, but I bet y'all.
What? Y'all don't eat meat, but y'all still suck cock and swallow nut. What's wrong with swallowing with sucking cock and swallowing nut, bro? Yeah. Can we get some ones in the chat for sucking cock? Yeah, let's go. One for people who either they like doing it or like receiving it. Either way, just get the one if you like that. Come on, let's go. Yeah, you see? Let's go. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Who cares? What's wrong with these people? How dare you suck cock? What do you mean it's amazing?
Say that a little louder.
We like sucking cock. You guys want to have a conversation? Okay, Chip is definitely gay. I'm not gay, bro. I'm just like, who gives a shit? Just sexuality. Nobody. Oh no, your tongue touches the body part of a different way. Oh no, they touch the body part in a different way. Oh, it's so different. No, it's not. It's all the same shit. Oral sex is oral sex. Yeah, CB12 Wave says he's not gay. There you go. She knows.
I read that in Sacha Baron Cohen's voice. You ever watch Borat? My suit is not black.
I've
My
not
suit is
watched
black.
Borat, no. Who is the activist with Chip? I want to follow. This right here, everyone, this is Christopher. He is Karmic Breath with a K. Karmic with a K. Karmic Breath. He does an amazing job. He's a videographer. Videographer? Is that a good word?
Video filmmaker.
He's a filmmaker. He makes films. Porno. No, he doesn't make porno. I'm sorry, bad joke. No, he makes really good films. He came to Amsterdam to make some films, to do some cool stuff. He actually did record some conversations that he had himself, and he has his own interesting method where he negotiates with people to go vegan. So that's an even more interesting thing. So you should follow Christopher. Plus, he's got them muscles. Like Christopher's got muscles.
Dude, I'm losing them. I gotta get home and train.
Yeah.
I'll join you in the gym.
Oh, you should, bro. I'm studying to be a personal trainer. So if you need
I know.
if you need
Next time I come back here, you better be.
Let's
full-time.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't have any of my activist content up and running yet. It's just been nonstop in Netherlands. But when I get home, I'm gonna start releasing some content.
Let's go. Yeah. I already got 2 people who wanna train with me, by the way.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Keep
Yeah.
it going.
Yeah. I haven't replied to them yet, but I'm gonna have a meeting with them soon.
Borat quotes forever. Yeah.
Is he hitting on that guy?
There's a new Ali G movie coming out.
Bro, stop being so insecure. Just because I give him compliments, it doesn't mean I'm hitting on him. Jesus Christ.
That's someone who is super insecure with their sexuality.
Yeah. I mean, stop being so insecure about your own sexuality. Men can talk nicely to each other without needing something about it. You wanna have a conversation?
When will we be in Amsterdam? I want to meet you. I mean, oh, that's for you. I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm based in Las Vegas, federal wayfinding.
You complimented his sausage. I did not. I don't know anything about his sausage.
The entertaining couple, funny small talk. Yeah. It's kind of sad. I feel like we're finally getting a little bit of a dynamic going, and now I'm leaving. That's true.
You guys want to have a conversation? Let's talk.
Maybe rewatch some of our conversations, and if there are some questions that I asked. I never asked that question before, and I'm gonna start using it more. Imagine you made the choice now to go vegan.
So
What are you gonna do?
we have an activist here today. We have an activist here in Amsterdam, Sohan. He asked these people this. So imagine you're going vegan. How would you go about it? And then he asked, okay, how difficult would it seem to you today? And then he asked, okay, what about in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, do you think that difficulty will go down? Because a lot of people have this mental impasse saying that it's going to be difficult, but the reality, the difficulty is only at the beginning. So it's a very good thing to ask. Sorry, I spoke too fast.
Oh, that's cool. I told you my question that I ask them sometimes, right?
No.
Do you think you could be okay with having $10 million? And they say yes, and I say, yeah, but you never experienced it before. How do you know? And I just got the point. They understand the point. They have an idea of veganism. They think it's something that's challenging.
Yeah.
But they don't think having $10 million is challenging.
Although it is, right? You gotta.
Yeah, new problems, relatives coming out of the woodwork to take your money.
Yeah. I wish I had $10 million just to donate to activists and make more activists just do activism full time. And I could do activism full time also. That would just be it. I would make an army of activists. That's what I want.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Well, no. You want to have a conversation?
They're too young.
I would just make like an army of activists where I would put them strategically. Like, you're the nice person, you would have to be maybe either at the beginning or at the end of conversations with people. So where there's a touristy area where more people move in one direction, I would put them strategically so that they meet more and more activists, and at the end they're like, ah, shit, I gotta
Maybe
go
we
again."
should create a pop-up museum.
I believe it. You know what I was thinking actually? Have you heard of Amsterdam Light Festival? So Amsterdam Light Festival is a festival where they put artworks made of light, because it becomes really dark really fast during the winter. So the only way to get people to like not kill themselves is to, have some things happening around, and that's one of the things. And I was thinking of, it would be nice, but I'm not good at it, if we had like some artists who would put a vegan artwork, because it's always about social causes. And if we had somebody who did some form of a vegan art piece,
We definitely
on the canals or
we
something.
need to identify the vegans and the creative side of things,
Yeah.
and find a way to support their projects. Because I can only think of musicians and actors. Joaquin Phoenix, Moby, Billie Eilish, but I'm sure there's more options out there.
Oh, Linda is here. Let's go. Hey, Linda. Tiger Woman times Sweden.
On borrowed time right now. Whatever you eat, it's only
Whatever you eat is only going one way.
Hello.
You guys want to have a conversation?
What kind of conversation?
They look way too young anyway.
Yeah. Do you ever see people and you just have intuition on how deep they are?
I thought, like you think they would have been like trolls or something. Yeah, I actually
think
was
they would be.
surprised, but I met people who were like, oh, for sure these guys are going to be trolls. And then they end
Sorry
up being
about Haas, bro. That was a tough weekend.
About who?
He's wearing a Haas hat. Double DNF.
What the fuck is that?
That means they didn't finish the race.
Oh, the Formula One thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I can't watch Formula One.
You need other things outside all this.
Yeah, but
Just a
Formula
few.
One, like I understand it's interesting because you went there, and that's kind of cool, I guess.
Is it the environmental thing?
No, it's just like I don't. That chip guy.
How?
That chip guy.
That chip guy.
Yeah.
We all have our things that we're into. I
No,
don't like
fair,
most
fair.
sports.
No, I'm just genuinely interested. Like, what is it? Because it's just cars going around in a circle, right? So why is that fun?
Well, there's a lot behind the personalities and the teams, and there's always you never know what's going to happen on any given race, and what teams are doing well with the upgrades of their car, and what drivers are in a certain mental stick. Like some drivers are just sucking, and then all of a sudden they start winning. And if you watch the whole season and you get invested in, you pick a driver or a team that you're cheering for, it just becomes really exciting.
Fair.
I don't like almost any sports. I'm not into sports at all. But F1, I enjoy F1. Any F1 fans here? Who's your driver? I would be surprised if there were any F1 fans in these chats. I don't respect fake vegans. What? Everybody is. Rally 1. I never watched it. That's the thing is I need to explore the race world outside F1 because I know there's a lot of great leagues out there. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you. Oh, Joaquin Phoenix, Billie Eilish, Lewis Hamilton, Moby, Natalie Portman, Alicia Silverstone, Woody Harrelson. Peter Singer and this Flash Christian Ramesh. Those are the two names I'm not.
Wait,
really
Natalie
familiar with.
Portman is also vegan?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. I like her. She's a very good actress.
Yeah, so is Demi Moore. So is Mickey Madison, who just won the Oscar
Damn.
a couple years ago.
Yeah, but Natalie Portman is.
Yeah, I know.
She's also like she's got like a doctorate or something. She's also like super intelligent. I don't know, man. Intelligence is sexy, so I'm just saying. It is what it is.
What's the point of this? It's never winning. I mean, maybe, but we're out here doing something with our time. What are you doing with your time? Lewis Hamilton, I cheer for Lewis.
You wanna have a conversation? No, you're still hungry. You got time. Where do you have to reach?
It's like a 8-minute bike ride. It's all good.
Are you by bike?
Yeah, I rented a bike for a change.
Hell yeah.
I just didn't feel like walking all the way over here from Central, and I
could
wanted
have
to
brought
stop.
the bike for you. I have a bike.
Oh, it's
It's
okay.
sitting at home. Shit.
So many possibilities that we never
Yeah.
never had our vegan potluck or anything.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask you when you leave, because on Sunday we have a potluck actually.
I'm gone.
Yeah, we have not a potluck, but like an outing with the activists, because it's the last day of We the Free here.
Oh. Is Remco coming over from Hengelo?
Could be.
I like that guy.
You like Ramco?
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. Yeah.
I liked almost everyone I met out here.
He's very chill, isn't he?
He is.
You wanna have a conversation? Natalie didn't survive. She's not vegan anymore. She's been vegan for years. Okay, thank you. Don't scare me. She seemed like very intelligent. I don't like it when intelligent people no longer vegan. That's weird. For me, like the worst one was
No, he was not Roddy.
what was it? Alex O'Connor was the worst one. Why the hell is he not vegan? Is still.
Hey, so Roddy, maybe Stalin was non-vegan. So what does that say about non-vegans?
There you go. Yeah. Have you heard of pogroms? Stalin did way worse things. Alex O'Connor.
These people,
yeah.
they think they have these checkmate moments. I want everyone to think about something. A lot of you have intellect. Intellect is not the same thing as intelligent.
You want to try?
Intellect is about being clever and trying to use the knowledge you have to run laps around someone you've identified as an opponent. That's what being clever and having intellect is. Intelligence is about a
try?
genuine interest in the truth.
How old are you?
21?
You're good. Are you okay being live on YouTube and TikTok?
Oh, it's live. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right, you gonna do this one?
Yeah, let's go. You wanna come here so that you're in view? I think you're in view. Nice. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Andrew?
Originally Ukraine.
Ukraine, but
Yeah.
you live here in
Maybe.
Amsterdam?
Yeah, for about 5 years now.
5 years now. What did
Well,
you
not
say?
in Amsterdam, in The Hague.
Oh, you say privyet?
Privyet.
Privyet.
Good enough.
Good enough. Isn't it
Yakov,
privyet?
Yeah,
No,
Privyet,
that's Russian.
It's whatever.
Privyet.
Yeah, it's Russian. Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's Russian. Okay, interesting. Okay, so interesting. You're from Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
So we're justice warriors ourselves. We fight for justice. How do you feel about justice? Like, should we strive for a world where everyone when everyone gets justice?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, depends what you mean by justice as well.
Well, for example, if somebody who has power, is it okay to oppress somebody who doesn't have power?
For somebody who has power to oppress somebody that doesn't,
Yeah.
I'd say so. No, of course
What if they benefit from it?
not. Doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what if the individual without power is just belongs to a different biological group than the individual with power? Like they're just like maybe one's a man, one's a woman, maybe one's a different race, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's not a differential factor. So
No. What if the individual without power is not very intelligent? They're so intellectually challenged that they don't realize that they're oppressed.
No,
And
I
the
mean,
oppressor thinks like, fuck them.
you don't go out scamming like people with Down syndrome. So I guess as well. No, I
Yeah.
also oppress is What do you mean?
Oppressing, I mean like treating them unjustly, essentially.
Treating them
prolonged,
unjustly.
like prolonged unjust treatment.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So that doesn't change.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
mentally, yeah,
And
challenged.
what if the individual without power has a lot of hair, or they walk funny, or they look different?
Also not a factor that would change my mind. No.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. So I'm going towards animals. Do you think it's okay for humans to oppress animals?
Again, what is oppress?
unjust, prolonged unjust treatment.
Subjecting them to pain, suffering, trauma, grief, killing them when they don't need to die, when they're healthy.
Well, your question was, should we do that?
Yeah, should
Is
humans
it
do that?
okay?
Well, I think if we didn't do that back in the day, then it'd be tough for us to survive.
Well, should we do that? Again, not
Nowadays-
in a situation where you do it for survival, in a situation where you don't need to do it, right?
Well, nowadays we do it for, let's say, the well-being and benefits that you get by consuming animals.
The same reason why an oppressor would oppress somebody without power, because they get some benefit from it, right, as we established.
No, let's say well-being.
Yeah, sure. But the well-being can be established without
Should we suffer because
exploiting
should
or
we
killing
suffer?
animals.
Should we suffer if we don't?
No. We don't suffer if we don't oppress animals, for sure.
Well, let's say if I stop eating meat and
Yeah.
animal products, I'd say my body and my health would suffer.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Because I've yet to see good proof that
What would be- what
a
would-
fully vegan diet, vegan, not vegetarian, vegan
Yeah.
diet has any, let's say, not benefits compared to the meat diet or just eating meat, but let's say even keeping up to the level.
Okay.
What proof do you need?
Yeah, what type of evidence do you need to see?
Empirical, quantitative,
Perfect.
like researches.
Have you heard about the Epic Oxford study?
No, the Epic
So-
Oxford study.
Yeah, the Epic Oxford study. It's fairly simple to remember. 500,000 people, 30 years of data. The people on a plant-based diet were healthier and lived for longer. So not only that they...
Well, I'd have to read that, so...
Sure, you can read that, Epic Oxford study. We also have the largest organizations of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet saying that you can be healthy on a
The
plant-based
largest
diet.
what organization?
Organization of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet.
That being?
The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
Well, I don't know, considering that the food pyramid that we all followed up until a recent point got completely flipped over.
Yeah.
So at some point people mostly believe that carbs are, let's say, supposed to be our main group of food that we should consume. Considering that it recently got flipped and now it's the mainstream opinion that
No, the scientific consensus is the same. The scientific consensus is that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. We also have studies done
Yeah,
on
that's what I'm
identical
saying. So
twins.
my point is that considering that fundamental stuff that we used to believe in, like the food pyramid,
Nobody
Are you
used to
talking
believe.
about the Dutch food pyramid?
no,
You're
no,
talking about the American
there's
food
like
pyramid?
a one singular one. That varies slightly by country, but let's say the main consensus before, a
That's
couple
not
of
a
years ago.
consensus. So that's a political thing. That
No, it's not a political thing. It's
it
they
is, it
used
is.
the science before.
Yeah, but
say
it's a
that-
political. Let me explain. So it's a political decision.
I'm talking about food, not about
Yeah,
politics.
but it's a
so
political decision that's made by political organizations for the people.
backed by the science.
It's not backed by the science. It is supported by science in some way.
So what's
But
the
what I mean by
consensus
that,
on the food
what I
pyramid
mean by that
nowadays?
is that, for example, when the U.S. changed because they used to have the plate and now they changed to the upside down pyramid, as you said, the way they did that is they did ask experts like dietitians and all that certain questions, and you can actually see that online because you can see the way the dietitians answered all the questions.
Yeah.
Some of them they took them into considerations and some of them they didn't. So when they made that food pyramid, some of the things that are said there are according to expert opinions and some of them aren't. It's not that if you see that food pyramid, that's why I call it a political thing, because it's not really a scientific
Well, I
thing.
never mentioned the U.S., so I wasn't referring to that either.
Sure. But I'm
let's
just
say
explaining
most
one thing where I know what it is.
Research would agree that the previously old pyramid, except I can say one thing: carbs are not supposed to be our main source of energy, as
Sure.
it used to be before. And I would think that
Sure.
most nutritionists would agree. And my point,
I'm a
leading up
nutritionist,
to
by the way, and I disagree with what you're saying. Carbs
What
should
is
be
your,
carbs should be 50% of your diet.
50%.
That's around
all right.
50%. Yeah.
Are you?
But I'm a certified
Are all-
nutritionist.
I mean,
doesn't
all
matter.
carbs are
Bachelor
not
of
the
Master
same.
of-
I mean, refined bread is not the same carb as, a
Yeah,
bean.
of course.
But I don't want to get into that because we have empirical evidence, we have science showing that you can thrive on a plant-based diet. So let's imagine, hypothetically speaking, since you don't want to believe the science, imagine that.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Imagine that you right now have enough evidence to believe that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet.
If there
So let's
was
go from
enough-
that perspective.
So, yeah, theoretical, hypothetical situation where you're providing me with evidence saying
Sure.
that
You can be healthy on a plant-based
living
diet.
having a plant-based diet
Is healthy.
Yeah.
So imagine if you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. Would that mean that you no longer oppress animals and adopt a plant-based diet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the only thing stopping you is your belief that you cannot be healthy on a
I
plant-based
tried it.
diet.
I didn't feel great. So.
Well, you trying it, right? I could try and eat certain animal products and not feel great. That doesn't mean that those animal products
Well,
are
I'm
right
saying
or wrong,
individually
right?
for me, probably I'm saying.
Tell us about it.
Sorry. Tell us about the time I
Trying.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah, just at some point didn't feel like eating meat, just avoided it. I didn't. It's like an.
Do you remember where that came from?
Fully unconsciously. I was just kind of like, I think it was when I moved here, the meat quality was much lower, so I just kind of stopped eating it. The fish as well.
So it was a health and taste.
I'd say
thing,
like
food
explicitly
quality.
meat. It was still obviously animal sourced products and whatever I was eating because I can't bother to read the ingredients.
So you moved here. You gave up just meat, or did you give up dairy? Did you give up eggs?
No, I didn't give up dairy and not a big egg guy, so still milk, but
Okay.
no meat. Let's say.
Okay.
Didn't feel great. I had to get back on the meat. Just
but
What
we're
did you
not-
replace the meat with?
dude, just whatever they do nowadays, quinoa, tofu,
no.
whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
And how long?
plant-based
did-
proteins.
And
let's
how
say.
long did you go for?
Just got a couple of months.
Okay, so
maybe
how
2
old are you
months. 21.
Okay, so when did you do this?
Say a year and a half ago.
Okay, so 19 to 20 years of eating a
I
certain
should be
way,
feeling pretty good
and then
at 19,
trying
20.
and then trying a couple months of a quasi plant-based diet, and then
Yeah.
coming to a conclusion that you
Yeah, I'd
didn't
say if
feel
you
good.
replace meat
Did
with
you
a
have?
plant-based, you're already doing.
But did
more
you have
than
it? Did you have any
90% of
support?
people.
Did you ask advice on like I'm not feeling great? Or do you have any? Do people have any? Did anyone advise you on why maybe you're feeling a certain way and what modifications?
No, because
Okay.
the healthcare here is not
Okay.
the best.
Okay.
when it
Is
comes
it
to
possible
advising.
that you did it wrong?
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
No, so you are 100% sure that you adopted a plant-based diet, you did it in the best way possible,
Yeah.
you probably didn't track calories
Let's
or
say it's
macronutrients
not-
whatsoever,
let's say it's not
but you
about
are
the-
100% sure that you did it right.
I didn't want you to waste my time. So, your time, sorry. Let's say if I drop eating meat, I do notice that I feel worse. It's not about eating more plants and plant-based foods. It's say dropping the meat. Is
Yeah,
the
sure,
factor.
sure. But
Yeah.
again, is there a possibility that you might have done
Probably,
it wrong?
yeah.
Okay. So if there's a possibility that you might have done it wrong, in fact, me
Thank
as a
you, by the way.
certified nutritionist,
Yeah.
I will say that you probably did it wrong because a lot of the things that most people make a mistake as and they don't feel good is because they don't eat enough. That's usually the issue. They just end up because most people don't eat enough fiber, which is actually extremely healthy for us. And what fiber does is when you start eating more fiber, you get bloated, and when you're bloated, you don't really want to eat. You feel full. So that's what most people the mistake that they make, so they end up having an issue with it. But let's say, hypothetically speaking, you have step-by-step instructions how to adopt a plant-based diet and you feel good on it, you would stop oppressing animals, right? So all you need is the evidence that you can be healthy and a guide on how to do it,
I would
right?
stop buying the products that support the oppression of animals because
Which
I
is
myself
all
don't
animal
oppress.
products.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and, I myself don't oppress animals, but I financially support the companies that do.
Yeah, I mean, you demand the oppression of animals right now.
No, he's
I buy
saying
it. I buy
he's
the
saying
financial support,
he's saying
yeah.
you recognize the connection.
Yeah, it's not like I go out
Yeah.
and kill them myself.
Yeah, but you recognize the connection.
Yeah.
But you are responsible for it, right?
Nah.
Nah?
I financially support them. Am I responsible?
Wait. You don't financially support them. You don't give them money to the company because you care about the company.
Yeah,
you give them
yeah.
money to exploit and kill animals.
In that way, you could say I support them. Yeah,
You
financially.
demand
and,
it. You
yeah.
demand it specifically. You
I don't
say
demand it, but,
you go to a supermarket, you buy a product, and in a supply and demand market, when you buy a product, you create demand for that product.
Yeah.
So when you buy that product, you demand that an innocent animal
I don't
gets
demand
killed.
it. I create demand. Yes.
Yeah, he's acknowledging. it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're acknowledging.
So
I
you
appreciate
acknowledge
that.
your responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So at this point, I'm gonna guess just by reading you, you feel some resistance still to the idea that you can be vegan and be healthy.
I'd never do it. No.
You would never do it.
I'm getting more plant-based stuff in my diet for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking whatever milkshakes. Got a blender, blending anything that's green in it. Feeling pretty good. That's
Yeah.
a good thing. Fiber you mentioned is
Yeah.
definitely going to be the new protein at some point. I think people are going to keep shoving it everywhere. But fully plant-based, nah, I don't
Okay,
think so.
so I just want to ask, do you want it to be true that you can't be healthy as a vegan?
Sounds like you
In
do.
a way, yeah.
Okay, thanks for your honesty. Where
Yeah.
do you think that's coming from?
Where do I think that's coming from? I mean, yeah, you do think about the animals and they're live, sentient. No, it's not sentient, but they're live beings.
They're sentient beings. What do you
Oh,
mean?
sentient. I'm not gonna get into that, but I don't think they're sentient.
The
but,
New York Declaration of Consciousness, the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness both admit that animals are sentient beings.
I don't think it's
they
a
have a
matter of
subjective
somebody
experience
saying
of life.
yes, it's
Oh no,
sentient or
it's based
no.
on empirical
It's
evidence.
been a debate.
Wait, you don't
and-
believe animals are sentient?
No.
Well,
Not all
you're
of
an
them.
animal,
Not
so
all of them.
what makes you
Again,
think you're
sorry,
sentient?
Not all of them.
Sure. But
So chickens.
chickens
no.
are sentient, yes. Well, how do you base whether an animal is sentient or not?
It's my own opinion, but I'm
No,
not saying.
yeah, but your opinion is based on what?
My opinion, just fucking just you look at a chicken. I mean, you can say a pig is sentient.
A pig is
I'm not
sentient.
gonna get into the
What do you
discussion
think
and-
sentience is?
Are we gonna get? I don't want to get into a discussion of what sentience is because. I
Oh, so
think
you
it was
don't know
gonna
what
be-
sentience is. That's fine.
I
I'll
do.
explain
No,
to
no,
you.
sorry.
Sentience is a subjective
Can you
experience
not
of life.
please let me finish?
Sure,
So,
sure.
Once
But
again,
like,
let me finish.
Sure. But like,
Let me finish what
sure,
I'm saying
sure.
right
I'm
now.
sure about that.
Don't.
Sure.
No, let me finish what I'm,
I'm
saying
sure.
right now.
I'm sure.
I didn't say that I don't know what sentient is. Sentience. I
Yeah.
simply said I do not want to get into a discussion.
But then don't
discuss
make
with
claims
you.
like that animals
Again,
are not sentient.
I haven't finished.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
no.
want to get into a discussion of what sentient is. That's
Sure.
it.
Sure, but animals are sentient for sure. So whether you want to believe that or not,
I
we have
disagree.
empirical evidence. You disagree with the common
All right,
knowledge
we're
that
lo- we're
animals
losing,
are
We're
sentient?
losing productive conversation here.
You're trying to
I
like
want-
do a gotcha
want-
thing.
Not
which
at
I
all.
don't wanna
It's not a
get.
gotcha.
If
You
would
saying
s-
animals are not
speak a
sentient
bit
is
slower
ridiculous.
And not interrupt me, it would be
Yeah.
much more enjoyable.
Yeah, animals are sentient beings.
I
Chickens are
disagree, but
sentient
that's okay.
beings. Sentience is an emerging property of brains.
I
Chickens
disagree,
have.
but that's
You disagree
okay.
that sentience is an emerging property of brains?
No,
So you don't disagree with that. So thank you. So sentience is an
Yes.
emerging property of brains. Chickens have brains, therefore they are sentient. That's a
I
simple
think
logic.
sentience is way more
but
than that. But
uh,
I'm not gonna go into discussion with you on that. So let's move on.
I
to
never
the next
said
question.
what sentence is. I just
That's
said
okay. Can we move
as,
on to
a,
the
as a
next thing?
descriptive property
okay,
of
cool.
sentience.
Can we move
But
on to the next thing?
Once you acknowledge that chickens are sentient beings, we can move on. Yeah.
Oh, so we can move on if I don't acknowledge it?
Well, obviously not, because chickens
It's
are
a yes or no
individuals who
question,
have
no?
an emotions. As I said, obviously not,
Is
because
no?
chickens. As I said, obviously not.
Well, don't say obviously. It's a yes or no. So no?
No.
Okay, well then we can move on then. I guess.
Yeah, but like you see, I can say that you are
Well,
not
you said
sentient,
we can
right?
move on,
At
so
the end
we
of
can
the
speak
at the end of the day, I can
Can
say
we
that you are
speak?
not sentient again, right? Like when you
yeah,
make
can
this, when you make these
a
claims.
reset on the conversation?
One
a
second,
little
one
bit?
second. When you make this claim that you are not sentient, that the chickens are not sentient, I can also look at you and say you are not sentient, right? Like I can make the claim that you behave in a non-sentient way, and I would have no basis to stand on, right? It would just be my opinion. You're formulating the same opinion on chickens because you are biased towards them, because you are okay with exploiting and killing them,
I think
because you
my
get benefits
definition
from
of
it.
sentience is much wider than the scientific one. I'm talking about the one that they mention when philosophically they're speaking about what is sentience, what is conscience, what is being. I am
Which
referring
is?
to that, which is, again, I'm not going to get into a discussion on that. I
But
said-
you say I have my own definition. I'm not going to mention what it is, but I have my own
yeah,
definition.
which I'm saying is, so what are you exactly? You're asking me
I'm just
what is
asking you.
sentience?
No, I'm asking you. You see, you
What's
have
the-
this
what is
position.
what's the implication if it was true that animals were sentient? What's the implication for you?
Yeah, I think many more people would take the whole issue more seriously. Yeah. So whatever proof there is that exists right now, either is not well known enough in the masses, or is not convincing enough to the masses. That's, I think, the two reasons why. So if you're saying that there is some proof that you believe that animals, all of them are sentient, and you would like people to also take it seriously and believe, so either it's not known enough, or people don't take
Well,
it
not all of
seriously.
them. There are certain animals who are not sentient, but like chickens definitely are sentient. Yeah, sure. Do you
But
know,
anyways, what are you
Do you
asking?
know what motivated reasoning is?
So, okay, that's your next question.
Yeah.
What is motivated reasoning?
Yeah.
Kind of, I guess I can tell by the name.
So you are engaging
Nominally.
in that right now, and that's
Yeah.
also what happens with most people. Because when he asked you what the implications are for people, these animals being sentient, you said that most people will change. But in reality, what's happening is that most people engage in motivated reasoning, like you are right now. Instead of actually trusting the science and believing the evidence behind it, you choose to believe what you want to believe because it's easier for you to believe so.
So,
So
once
you are
again,
motivated
I
because your reasoning is motivated on account that you want to continue
I
consuming
did a
animal
rebuttal to
products.
that before you even said that. I said either the proof that exists right now out there that you mentioned, I think, is either not known enough or is not convincing enough to the people,
Yeah.
which is why
None of that matters.
I'm saying, well, if you want to get your message out and get them to believe it, you need to.
Well, I'm
either-
just telling you right now that they're sentient, and you still don't believe it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay,
I
so
told
you
you
mentioned
also
some
the
kind of
evidence.
source,
Yeah.
and I haven't read it. I have no idea about it, and I'm not just going to trust your word.
Sure.
So I'm going back to the fact that if you want people believing that,
But if you
most
found out that they are
animals-
sentient, what would you do about it?
great, I would. And the vegan thing is still in play.
Yeah.
So vegan diet is healthy.
Yeah.
Animals are sentient.
Yeah.
Most of them, right? You said.
I mean, the ones that we exploit for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you're asking what I would do?
Yeah.
Well, I already said that I would probably adopt a plant-based diet after he said that it's healthy.
Probably
Okay,
or definitely.
so-
Sorry, definitely, yeah.
Okay. So you're open-minded.
So you're asking
You're saying
basically-
you believe that your mind that you
Before
would
you
make a
finish,
change.
I'm just to wrap the previous thing up. You're asking me basically, would the fact that animals are sentient impact in any way my already, let's say, existing opinion on the plant-based diet? Would it
Your
make me
choice
more?
whether to
yeah.
oppress
Would
or
it would
not.
it, be, would it make me more inclined to adopt it? Yes.
Sure.
No. It's purely the health benefits for me that I care about.
Okay, so, but if you could be healthy on a plant-based diet, as we just established, it doesn't matter whether they're sentient or not.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
I don't see the logic, but as long as you stop
So if
oppressing
you were to
animals, I
reverse
don't
it and
care.
say, if there's definite proof that all animals are sentient, or most of the exploited ones, but the plant-based diet is, let's say, not proven to be completely healthy, I would say I really don't care if they're sentient. I'm still sticking to my diet. So the main driving thing, for my opinion, is the fact that it's healthy for me.
Sure. So, do you think that right now, after this conversation, obviously, maybe maybe you have a problem with me, then that's fine. Maybe you have no problem with
Well,
Chris,
don't
and
say
that's
first
fine.
of all, don't say obviously. Second of all, never mention having a problem.
I
with
did
anyone.
say that. I said maybe you have a problem with me, and that's fine. What I want to
So
say.
weird thing to mention out of nowhere, but
No,
okay.
because what I want to say is that do you think that going forward, now that you've been told that animals are sentient and that there's evidence for it, and that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet and that's evidence for it, and with a high degree of confidence, both from a certified nutritionist and then somebody who's sitting on the street right now, two strangers to you, right? Do you think that you have a moral obligation right now to stop oppressing animals? That means stop buying animal products and look into these statements, whether they're true or not. And if they are actually true, that you have a moral obligation to never purchase any more animal products again.
Okay, great. Can you ask that question again, but shortened and a close question, so I answer yes or no?
Sure. So, do you think that if what we're saying is true, that you have an obligation to look into what we're saying is true or not, and until you find out, until you do your research on what is true or not, you no longer oppress animals?
No, I don't have an obligation.
But then you would be living against your own values, right?
Oh, you said, do I have an obligation? I answered, no, I don't have an
A
obligation.
moral obligation, yeah.
Yeah, I said no.
So that would mean that your values are not that, because a moral obligation just implies that your moral values are in a particular way.
What's the question again? Is it what that you just asked me? Yes or no, sorry, if you could.
Sure.
So, do I have a moral obligation? No. After that?
Then I just said, then you said that if you found that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet, you would adopt a plant-based diet.
Yeah.
So if what we're saying is true and that animals are sentient beings, do you think it's wrong to exploit that sentient beings?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you have the values that say it's wrong to exploit sentient beings, that if you knew that animals are sentient and that you can live without exploiting them, that you would choose that.
In a hypothetical situation, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, if all these are true, all these three things that we're saying are true,
Yeah.
that means, with the degree of confidence that we have, that you right now should do your research, correct?
Should I?
Yeah, because somebody presented you and explained to you, not only that I presented, I
So your
explained to
question
you
is,
that...
should I do my research?
I
don't
I'm
know if I
sorry,
feel
what
like
it is
it.
that you don't understand about what I'm saying?
No, I gave you a straight answer. I said, no, I'm not obligated.
So the reason why I think you should be obligated is because, for instance, if I say that oppressing Ukrainian people is wrong, right, and somebody told me that something that I'm doing is oppressing Ukrainian people, then I feel like I have an obligation to look into if it's true that what I'm doing is oppressing Ukrainian people, and since I have an alternative for it, then I have an obligation to stop, because my values say that it's wrong to oppress Ukrainian people. Do you understand? That's what I'm telling you. You're saying that it's wrong to oppress animals. We're telling you have another option, and right now you don't believe that there is another option, but we're telling you there is another option. So you have an obligation to look if that the other option is true, so that you stop oppressing animals, because it's against your
Sure,
own values.
by your logic, from what I said previously, the only thing I have an obligation to do is to look into if the plant-based diet is actually healthy or healthier than whatever other diet
Sure.
exists. Because I really don't care about sentience of animals.
Sure. So you have an obligation to look into if a plant-based diet is healthy, correct?
An obligation, no.
You just said.
I use it
different
because
thing.
it's a word that you use, and I don't want to stick to your original formulation. So, an obligation, no. Would I be interested to look in it? Nah. Because also you keep mentioning that you're a nutritionist, but I don't really know what, where did you study? Who did you, do you have
Doesn't
a
matter.
I think it does.
Well,
I'm not gonna
let
listen
me put
to a
it this
random guy
way.
on the
Sure,
street.
sure, but I'm not asking. That's
I
exactly
think
the
good nutritionists
Wait,
are not
wait,
standing
but
out here on the
that's
street.
exactly
the
the
point Chip's making.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. Whether I'm a nutritionist or not doesn't matter. whether.
Well, you keep mentioning it, so I think it does.
No, I think it only reinforces the point, but the point of the matter is still the same. Two strangers on the street told you that something you're doing is going against your own values and
Yeah.
that you have an option to not
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
So right now, if you cared about your values, you say, oh shit, this might be true.
Well, you
I
have
need
no
to look
credibility
into
in
it.
this situation. A homeless guy could tell me that I need to start smoking crack. He would be exactly on the same level as you are because you provided me no evidence as to your credibility and to what you're saying. So you're just
Can
saying.
you pull up your phone? I can tell you exactly the name of the
No,
study.
you said me it's a study. I remember
Yeah.
the Epic Oxford study. That's
Yeah, so
okay.
pull up your
I'll
phone and
check
look it up now.
I don't want to look it up now, but
Well, that's a source of
it's not
credibility,
about, wait,
right?
Hold on. Sorry, I meant not the credibility of your sources,
Yeah.
but the credibility of you guys. So
Well, it
why are
doesn't
you
matter the
mentioning-
credibility of me.
I think because again, a
That's-
homeless
well,
guy could tell me to go
that would be
smoke.
an ad hominem fallacy because it doesn't matter who we are. What matters is what we're saying.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you keep saying you're in.
Wait a
stop
minute. Do you
saying you're a
think? Wait. Do you
nutritionist.
think? Do you think that if a person? I'm just trying to say I'm a nutritionist to reinforce the idea, but
It's
I'll
not
stop
working.
saying that.
It's
sure.
actually making
sure,
it
sure,
worse.
Sure. But like
Can
the
you
sure. But the
speak
point is
slower?
sure.
No, can you speak slower?
Yes, sure.
And please, right? Relax.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, sure. So the point is that I'm trying to make is that you right now said that you have no credibility, therefore you don't think you have a moral obligation because what we're saying may not be true. So
Yes.
I'm telling you right now that there's a study out there. You can pull up your phone and look up the study. You don't even have to trust the study. You have to look more into it. But the study itself, you can look it up, pull it up right now, read the result in less than a minute, and then whether you trust the
I don't
result
think
or
that's
not,
enough time
whether
to
you
read the
trust the
study.
methodology or not, read the study, read the result,
I
because
don't
when you
think
read the
that's enough
result,
time.
let me
I think
just
it's,
let me just explain to you
silly
when
to do that on
sure.
the street for a minute to read the results.
Sure, but
and then
the-
base my
but
opinion around
Can you please
that.
let
So
me
I would
finish
have
my
to-
point? You said don't interrupt,
Don't
but
waste
you
your
interrupt
time.
me.
Don't waste
So
your time.
when you read that study, when you read the result of that study, you see what will happen is that you will have reinforced the position that we're saying. You will say, oh shit, this might be true. You don't have to trust the study. You can still do your own research, which is what it is, but it reinforces the idea that we're saying, which is that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. So you do have that. You said it's the same as a homeless person telling you something about crack, but it
Yeah.
is not, because I literally gave you a point right now that you can put up your phone and see that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet.
No, I
Literally,
don't. For me,
one point.
pulling up my phone right now and spending a minute reading the results of a study is not going to be enough to change my opinion.
Okay. I mean, we've
And
been
if
standing
you-
here.
if it's
in the
enough-
amount of
I think
time,
this
in the
person
amount
is
of time we've gone back
No,
and
but wait,
forth, we could have done this.
Is that enough for you? Read the results
I think
for a
you
minute?
just have a big ego and you,
No,
for
what do
some
you mean?
reason, refuse to
Whoa,
engage
no
in
need
such
to
a
get-
conversation.
you're
And I don't
doing-
really think I
you're
want to
doing
continue
personal
speaking
attacks
to you.
now.
Oh no, saying that you have an ego is a personal attack.
Yeah.
Oh no, do you not have an ego?
Wait, what
Do you not have an ego?
you need to get a better partner, dude. if
Do
you're
you
gonna
have
try
an
to-
ego or
You've
not?
seen what he's
Yeah, but
seen, you would
okay, sorry,
understand
but
why
that's
his
your
patience is.
that's your personal opinion, and you're saying
You
that-
don't have an ego? Oh my god, we met a person without an ego. I'm sorry.
So once again,
Everyone has an ego, but
again,
you are
once
different.
again,
Let's just
sorry,
wrap
once
this
again,
up.
sorry. You're saying that I have an ego, sure, but
Oh,
you're
there
saying
you go.
you're
So
saying
what-
you're-
there wasn't a personal attack. Thank you for
no.
admitting
Can
it.
I finish?
Thank you for conceding to my
Can I
point.
finish?
No.
You said that it's
Simple. No. why do I have to listen to this bullshit?
what is it? You want to go to a slaughterhouse? I've been to a slaughterhouse. I've been to the clinic for. So what?
Yeah, they want
Christopher is still trying. I'm not. I'm done. I don't need to judge this bullshit. I don't give a shit about that. Oh yeah. It's the approach that's keeping you from oppressing animals. Oh no, change the partner. You made me feel bad. Ugh. His ego make him think it's okay to abuse animals. It's literally his ego. Like it's literally just an ego thing. Terrible. Terrible person. Terrible person. He's arrogant, I give you that. I'll give you that. He was very arrogant about all of it. That's it. I don't have to listen to the bullshit. I explained it to him in every single way. You have a moral obligation to no longer commit violence towards animals if you, right now, realize that you might be doing something wrong. He said, okay, well, I can't trust the strangers on the street, wasting time. Okay, fine, pull up your phone right now and see the fucking study. 1 minute. takes less than a minute to see the study. And then you have one point that convinces you you might need to look into it. All I was asking of him is to look into it. That's all. Look into it. For crying out loud, we're right now at a point where somebody says, I'm not bothered by the violence that I may commit towards innocent sentient beings. Well, he doesn't even know that they're sentient, which is another fucked up thing. Like, imagine this nonsense. Imagine the nonsense. Don't re-engage. I'm not re-engaging. I think Christopher is trying to have a conversation with him, but I'm not. I'm done with him. It's just ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous position to be in. What Marco said. I just dislike it when people are being this disingenuous. When people are tone policing me, I really dislike that. So I'm sorry, but he seems like the type of person who would say bad things.
You'd understand.
He was a piece of shit.
All right, I gotta run.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to create this animosity, but he was a piece
You're
of
gonna
shit.
make clips of this or something.
Yeah, sure, that chip guy.
That
Chip guy.
is it like DAT or that
That THAT.
chip guy? All right, thanks.
Yeah, Yaku. All right, I gotta run, bro. I hate for that to be our last one.
I appreciate you. Thank you for coming, man.
I appreciate you too.
I'm sorry, he was a piece of shit of a person. I mean,
I think there was potential for productive conversation.
I don't think he had any potential. Like the minute he said no matter what he's gonna continue consuming animal products, I don't think he had any potential. And the minute he said like animals are not sentient, shit like that. Like
People will say a lot of things, and they change as people. There are people who said I mocked vegans for years, and then I changed my mind and I realized that the vegans were right. I read that stuff all the time. You never know where someone is at a certain point in time. I know it's frustrating, dude. I feel you. I wanted to shut him up too.
Him. I mean, he wasn't a nice person. I'm sorry, but like as much as people want to agree with him, he wasn't a nice person. He was tone policing me. Like, okay, well, stop tone policing me and listen to what I'm saying at least, because I'm trying to make a point. Every time I tried to make a point, he made me repeat the point 4 times, even though he clearly got it. Like he was just trying to gaslight and tone police.
He did have an ego.
And he had a huge ego.
It was ego. I recognize that. I do think that there was a potential for productive conversation there, but it's all good.
I don't think there was anything, but yeah. You're way too young. I'm sorry.
The whole point of why we're out here is we want people to have compassion for the animals. The road to getting people to be more compassionate starts with us. We have to be compassionate with them. It's a burden. It requires more patience on our side, but that's the work.
I was patient. I just don't see why the point of being patient with somebody who's being extremely disingenuous. Like,
oh, if someone's trolling, you wrap it up.
And that's what it felt like. Yeah. That's what I wanted to end.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. He said he was going to look at the Oxford study.
He said he's going to look into it. Yeah, I'm sure he is. He's not. And it won't change if he does.
Too young. Sorry. I got to run.
See you, man.
See ya. Until we meet again, you stay in touch.
Yeah.
Stay in touch.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Karmic breath, everyone.
Should I put the mic up to my mouth?
Yeah. Swallow.
Thank you, everybody. Compassion.
Karmic
That's
breath.
all I'll say.
Follow karmic breath.
Everything we do, down to our breath, is karma.
TikTok, YouTube. I don't believe in karma, so.
I know. Karma's a continuation of energy. That's all it is.
Sure.
All right. Later,
Appreciate you, Christopher.
Take care.
Bye. We're gonna have another conversation. The guy in gray is awesome, amazing. Well, follow him and be vegan for him. Don't give a shit about if you agree with me or not. I'm here to fight for the rights of animals. You don't have to like me, and that's perfectly fine. It's okay. We'll continue having conversations. Energy always flows in a circle. I don't think I believe that. Chip, your partner has the patience of a saint, but you don't have to. We don't need to convince everyone, just a critical number of people. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that person was honest. Like, I don't think he was being genuine. And I think every time I asked him something, he was being disingenuous towards me. So maybe I should have let Chris speak a little bit more, because the disingenuity was leaning more in my direction. But, we'll keep trying, keep having conversations. Yeah. Just one more conversation and then I'm gonna go also. You are not honest neither? What exactly am I not being honest about? Tell me. Curtis Blizzard, what have I not been honest about? Thank you, Martin, for putting Christopher's channel in there. If somebody doesn't want to see the truth, we're not going to. I don't know, Raven. Again, like Christopher believes that he was, I think like there's two aspects to it. Like I believe there's a thing, right? You can have a nice conversation with everyone, and you can make them feel or believe a certain thing. But I don't necessarily believe that will actually trigger a change. So some people may find me rude, some people may find me, a little bit, I don't know, brute, like a brute at least, because I'm trying to be honest and direct. But I think, like, you want to have a conversation? I think that's what gets people to change. You can be nice, but you also kind of have to be direct about it and honest and clear. Yeah. He was a good guy. He was not a good guy. His ego was high, very, very high. But that's okay if you like him. Just don't oppress animals. That's all I care about.
I love this.
You
Can
wanna
I
have a
talk to you?
Sure. How old are you?
I'm 20.
You're good.
I'm
You also,
21.
you're good. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Okay. You wanna come here? Is that chance? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You also can come here. What are your names?
Arina.
Arina. I'm Chip.
Sarah.
Oh,
Sarah
yeah.
and Arina.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
from here, from Netherlands.
From the Netherlands?
Yeah.
Love it. Well, I'm from Romania, but I live here in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I'm an animal rights activist. I'm here to speak up for animals.
Oh, I love that.
I'm vegetarian.
You're vegetarian? Okay. How do you feel about animals?
I love animals.
I think that they deserve more rights than they have right now because they're
Okay.
very mistreated. But like the people in the world, like everyone is being mistreated right now. So we have to stand up for them because they don't have their own voice. So
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah.
I love what you said. We have to stand up for them because they don't have their own voice. What does that imply?
that implies like we have to advocate for them, just like the people that don't have like a whole lot to say right now. So as long as a small group helps, then more people can come together and help as well.
Yeah.
I think, right?
I
Well-
think not a lot of people are like aware of what's happening to the animals, and that's why I think a lot of people choose to be blind for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met somebody today who did that. So actually, yeah, I'm here to speak about one way we oppress animals is indeed for food.
Yeah.
Is it okay to oppress animals for food?
No.
No, I don't
no,
think
and
so.
also for clothing, none of it is okay.
Clothing, none of it is
no,
okay.
definitely.
But I'm assuming you're not vegan, right? Like you said, you're vegetarian.
My mother is vegan, so
Yeah.
I know why she chooses that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know why she chooses to be vegan. And
Are you vegan?
No, but I don't like eat meat. Like most of the time, I choose not to eat meat, or like, but I love cheese, of course. But I still
Yeah,
think it's like it's better if most of the people choose to be vegan, but without like cheese or something, than choose to be not vegan or vegetarian at all.
But
Like,
I
a
get it. I
small
get it
part
because
goes
people
a long
say
way.
people say like I can't live without meat, but like I could say the same about cheese. Like
Well, let's
I
talk
I
about
love
cheese.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Okay.
about cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese is made out of milk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the animals get treated very bad. If
Why
you-
do cows make milk?
Sorry?
Why do they make milk?
Yeah,
Why
for
does
the
it matter?
babies,
To
and the
feed
babies
their
get separated,
children,
and
of
the
course.
cows
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
are
think?
pregnant. Yeah.
Do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate?
Sorry?
Do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
Farmers probably
yeah.
for breeding,
Yeah.
breeding purposes. But I think like there are a lot of places in the I don't know about the whole world, but in the Netherlands, I think it's like better than in most places right now. Like we still try to bring that up.
Nah, but
like,
it's not the whole country. It's like some
Exactly.
brands, like
Of
in
course,
the
'cause they wanna make it
really-
cheaper.
You have Deventer.
yeah,
Nee,
Deventer.
nee, niet Deventer.
Okay.
Nah, it's a brand, something kind of named like that, like
Uh-huh.
the Nater, something like that. And that's a good cheese brand which doesn't separate the mom from the cows.
Yeah. So that's.
And then, yeah.
But they still forcefully impregnate
Yeah.
the cows, right? And
Yeah.
the forceful impregnation is something that has to happen because
Yeah.
a cow would only get pregnant 3 or 4 times in their lifetime.
Yeah.
They live 24 years, and they eat 30 kilograms of food a day. So if you do the math, it's impossible to make profit,
Yeah.
especially for cheese where you need a lot of milk, right?
Yeah.
So the forceful impregnation is one part. You said that they take away the babies from their mothers. Do you
Yeah.
know why they do that?
Yeah, because they have more milk for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they can take the milk. If the baby stays with the mother, they drink the milk. You're right that there might be farms where they don't do that, but the farms that don't do that still do that. They just do it in the sense that they let the baby stay with the mother for a bit, then they separate them still. They all of them separate
Yeah,
them
okay.
eventually.
Yeah.
If the babies are born male, they don't make milk. So what do you think happens to them?
You just kill them
They
off.
what?
If they're born male,
Meal. Oh yeah,
Instead of
yeah,
the
yeah.
smell.
Yeah.
They just like kill them off.
Yeah.
that's where
Of
veal
course.
comes
But
from.
chickens is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all the animals. Yeah.
And the females, they stay separated like their mothers, separated from them. Like in the farms where they keep them close to their mothers, they keep them for like 3 or 6 months, and then they separate them anyway, because like they grew,
Yeah.
whatever. So they separate
Yeah.
them for 6 months, and then year over year they repeatedly impregnate them, and they suffer the same fate as their mother. Repeated impregnation, babies taken, exploited for milk. At the age of 6 years old, they can no longer make milk. So what do you think happens to them?
They're getting killed for
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not that they can't make it anymore, but rather that they're no longer as profitable.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it fair to treat animals this way?
No,
Definitely no.
it's not. It's not.
No.
You
Are
wouldn't
we-
treat another human being that way, right? So I think like
But yeah,
they deserve more rights because they're not people, but they're like living beings with their own emotions and their own brain, and it's the
They're
whole
like people.
ecosystem. Yeah, exactly. They just don't have like the voice to express their own opinions, so it's very unfair.
Are we responsible for it if we buy these products like cheese?
yes,
Yeah,
you are.
because
Yeah.
you're like
But yeah,
bringing more
people,
money to the industry.
Just like I said, people choose to be blind for it, and I do
yeah,
too a little
you
bit.
just have
And
to
it's-
like
it's
realize
horrible,
at
yeah.
least what you're doing and
Yeah.
like continue being growing
Yeah.
and being better.
What's keeping you from being
It's-
vegan? I'm lost because you're just saying like the right things.
Yeah,
Like you have the values, your actions
of
are not there.
course.
So you like imagine if I said women deserve rights, but then I go ahead and
Okay,
disrespect
yeah, that's
them.
not comparable. That's
I
not
think
comparable.
that
I don't
that's,
think
like,
it's
a very
comparable.
different-
Just to be clear, I'm not
Yeah.
comparing women to animals. Of course, you
No,
are
of
animals, I'm
course.
animals. Doesn't matter. We're all animals.
No, okay, but
that's
you
not
can't
the point.
compare
What I'm
women
comparing is
rights.
the injustice done towards animals to injustice done towards women. Women still don't have equal rights and opportunities today, right? That's why
Okay.
I'm a feminist. That's why we're still fighting for the rights of women. But
Yeah.
the idea of somebody saying I have this one value, and let's say I said the value was the respecting women, but then my actions do exactly the opposite, right? That's insane.
I think it's like things like smoking. We do it. We know it's bad.
But
And that's-
smoking only
and
affects you.
Yeah, that's
It's
that's
like
the
smoking in the
yeah.
face of a
Yeah,
baby.
That's true. That's
It's more
true,
like
that's
smoking
true.
in the face of a baby, like
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
I know it's bad for the baby, but I can't stop.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, that's also different. But I think people choose to be blind. That's the whole thing, and it's also if you want to be vegan and choose all the right things, it's very expensive. It's a lot more expensive.
It's
than-
cheaper.
Hmm?
It's cheaper.
Being vegan is cheaper. Yeah, you could say that, but you have to choose like if you like certain things. If you want to go out eat with your friends and you have to say you're vegan, and they have to choose a whole nother restaurant.
It's gonna be expensive anyway if you're gonna go out with friends a lot. 'Cause
Yeah, no, but
going out is
yeah,
expensive.
but it's for me. It's like being vegetarian is also kind of a burden. I feel kind of a burden already
On your
in my
friends.
in my social like group because
Circle,
I
yeah.
if
Do
I
you feel
say
she's a burden?
no,
I
but
definitely
no, but
don't think so.
Is
But
there-
I'm
No,
like
no,
different.
but
But I know
know,
exactly what
because
she means because
if I want to go
Yeah.
eat at somebody's house and I have to say like I'm vegetarian, I always feel like kind of a burden.
I
So
understand all these feelings,
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
thing about it though is, you got to remember why it is, right? Because if you're doing it for yourself as a diet or as anything like that, I get it. I'm a burden, whatever. But if I'm doing it for somebody else, so that somebody
Yeah.
else
Doing it
doesn't get
for a good
exploited or
cause.
killed,
Yeah, of course.
then obviously I don't care if they think I'm a burden. I'm not going to exploit an animal. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, okay, fine, I'm a burden. I'm sorry, pay for a cow to be raped and killed, right? Like that's insane,
yeah,
right? Like
definitely.
I can feel like a
I know,
burden
yeah.
for one night. That's fine. But
Yeah.
the reality, I don't think you are. The
Yeah.
reality is, I think if you become vegan and you talk about it in a way that, hey, this is why I'm doing it. It's not
Yeah.
I'm doing it because
Because
I
there's
want.
a bit of a bad stigma around vegans.
There
Yeah,
is,
of course.
yes, there is.
There's
I
also
mean,
a
I'm
lot of
guilty
like
of it.
there's a lot of vegan people that are not like trying to spread awareness. They're just like against people that are eating meat, and that's like not how you're supposed to speak about it. You should like bring awareness and be like in touch with other people and tell them how they could change the world. Not be like, oh, you're eating meat, I'm against you. Should like die right now because you're like killing animals.
thing
You're
I-
killing
I
innocent
heard a lot is,
animals.
like,
it's like
On some people, I say I'm vegetarian. They say, oh, then I eat meat for two because
yeah,
of your.
exactly. So
That's the
it's
things
also
I
like
hear
the
sometimes,
mindset.
and
People
it's
say
very
that.
annoying.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
It
So-
is,
because
definitely.
I don't care what you do. I just wanna do my own choices. You know?
Of course.
So So obviously, let me tell you one little story. So I went to a slaughterhouse as a thing. I go in front of slaughterhouses.
It's very strong of you.
It's you give maybe water to animals. It's like you say sorry for what we're doing to you. It's like a thing, mentally that helps you.
Yeah.
So I went to a chicken slaughterhouse here in fuck, I forgot the name of Brooklyn. There's the chicken slaughterhouse. How do you think they kill chickens here?
In the
Good
worst
question.
possible manner.
That's a good question. I know the little chicks, like the male chicks, go in like a grinder.
Yeah, that's for eggs. Yeah, because they don't make eggs.
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are the males.
yeah. The female chicks for meat, I don't know.
Gas chambers.
Gas chambers.
CO2 gas chambers. Yeah.
That's-
Which is very bad because they burn from the inside out. It forms carbonic acid, and it also makes them panic because CO2 just makes you panic. So it's a really bad death. Whatever. It's not the death itself isn't how, but it's the fact that we kill them. So when you go in there, and I went there one time, and you see so many chickens. It's hard to identify an individual or to relate to them. But there were two chickens. Every chicken was scared because they knew they were going. Like I think they smelled. They were scared. They were in an environment they didn't know. Yeah, and there were two chickens that weren't scared. There were two chickens that were in love there. They just kept pecking at each other's neck. They stayed together. No matter what happened, they stayed all the time. I started crying when I saw that because eventually they went into the slaughterhouse, and obviously they went to get slaughtered. But when you see this kind of stuff, when you see and you relate to the individuals, you understand just how fucked up it is what we're doing to them.
It
So
changes your whole perspective on it.
it changes it, and sometimes you don't accept the shit like I'm gonna eat twice as meat. Sometimes that pisses you off. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Definitely.
I'm not. This isn't about you or me. This is about animals, innocent individuals. So, I'm not. Sometimes I get angry at people too. We're people
But it's
at the end of the day.
deserved.
That's the whole thing that I'm trying to explain, right? Like,
Yeah.
no matter how we
But-
see vegans,
But do you like interview people here that are like on that side, like I'm going to eat meat, whatever the.
Whatever you say, I'm
Yeah,
still
whatever-
gonna.
yeah,
I'm not
whatever
gonna
you say,
change
yeah.
my ways of living just for
there's a
you
lot of
because
people
you're.
like that,
Of
especially
course.
men.
Those
women,
are close
women are-
minded. Definitely men. Don't
Especially
even get
men.
me started on it. Yeah.
Man, it's insane, but
Yeah.
it's truly seems like because I think like it's a position of empathy. You have to kind of empathize with animals.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
I think men, I don't know why they can't empathize anymore, or
The
They
men
find it like I
don't
think
have
they
any
find like
empathy.
pussy to be vegetarian.
yeah.
The only vegetarian male I met is my father.
Yeah.
Just literally the only one.
I think as women are just more empathetic overall.
Yeah, and they're
Of
less scared
course.
to be
Yeah,
seen as
to
a
be
pussy
proud
or gay
and to be
or-
open because women
Yeah,
have had like
to
so much shit
left-winged,
over
yeah.
them the whole years
Yeah.
through like feminism and everything. We're trying to be better, but we're still not at the top. Like we could have been so much better already, but still because of like the hierarchy of men, we can't change it like overnight. So the same thing with eating meat and stuff. Like you have to do it at the end of the day. You have to do it just for you as well, not only for the animals, but you have to choose to be better.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
lot of people are not ready for that conversation yet.
So I would correct it a little bit if you don't mind me saying.
course.
I don't think it's necessarily that you have to choose to be better. I don't think this is the type of thing where you're like giving money to the homeless. It's not a virtue, right? It's not a thing of, oh, I'm going to be better. It's I'm going to stop being bad. That's the reality, right? Because
Yeah.
right now, yes, everyone around us is doing a bad thing, but that doesn't make the bad thing less bad, right? It's just we just happen to live in a society where everyone around us is being a bad thing. And we can choose to no longer do the bad thing, and that's being vegan is just not doing the bad thing. It's like a baseline. It's not even doing something good, right?
Yeah, but I think zeg maar, if you approach people like when you got to be vegan right away, I think it's better to promote people like eat less meat, eat less bad.
Just it's
stuff.
small change goes
Buy,
a far
if you
way.
want to buy it buy it from better people. I think it's better to start with that. To just start with people like say you're vegan because that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But think
people
from
are-
the perspective of the victim. Think about
I know.
We
but
think about it. That's
Okay,
like the
we
problem.
think
A
about
lot of
it.
people
No,
don't. So you have
and
to
they
like
don't wanna,
introduce
and
them
they don't
to
wanna.
it.
And
You
that's
have
the
to-
problem. So that's
Yeah.
like the thing. I if someone says to me, I try to eat less meat, I think, yeah, fucking good. That's
Yeah,
so good.
it's
no,
like a
obviously
that's-
I tell them this good.
small
Honest.
Now,
step
of course,
for
but
man.
I don't think you have to say to people like be vegan because if they heard a
I still
vegan,
do.
yeah, but
I
Yeah,
tell people be
that's-
feminist, be vegan. I don't care.
Yeah,
That's not how
I
you
get it, but-
change
but
the
that's
world
not- yeah.
though. Because
I
a
think
lot
it
of
is.
people are very, but a lot of people could be very aggressive towards that mannerism
They
because
are.
they're, because of course, because it's like you're forcing them to be something they've never heard of and they've never been.
They don't
So you have
get,
to like
they don't
introduce the
understand.
idea to them, even though it might like be, you could get very angry about them because you're all for the rights of the animals because they
I
don't
don't
have
get
their
angry
own
at people.
voice. But I know what you mean.
I
but
get
a lot of
riled up, but I don't
people-
get angry at people. I don't care
No,
about
of
people.
course, but other people could get angry. So I think it's
Yeah.
like also the way you introduce the idea to them.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it though is like we can discuss that all day long how we do this because the thing
Yeah.
even amongst us vegans we disagree how to do this, right? Well, there's some who say like you do, like we should do it slowly. There's still some who say fucking yell at them. There's people who are in the middle. Everyone has their own opinion on how to approach people. I personally believe every single person has a different methodology. I've heard of people who were told you're a fucking hypocrite for not being vegan. They went home, they looked into it, and they became vegan the next day.
Yeah.
I've heard of people who were like became vegetarian and they became vegan. Right? Everyone has their own way of doing it. But the reason why I'm here is not. I don't believe I have any impact on you. I just believe I inform you and you make the choices yourself.
Of course.
But what I want you to do is acknowledge the impact and not just acknowledge it in the sense that I kind of know it, but actually get into that position, understand it, because I think like once you understand it, you kind of understand that it is kind of fucked up. And I know you don't like the comparison, but it is very much like any other injustice in the world. Just because they were born in the shape of a chicken does not give them less of a right to exist or less of a right to live their life how they want to live, right? It's still very much a discrimination to say you're born a chicken, cut your throat open, let's eat you.
At the end of the day, it's just a closed-minded people, and we have to change their minds. But you can change someone if they don't want to change themselves.
But
we
what
could
do you
be
want to
like-
do? What do you two want to do? Because right now, instead of changing others, let's
Yeah.
take our own responsibility for the animals that are oppressed and killed for us, and let's do something for them. We won't change the industry. You two won't change the industry. I won't change the industry. But what you can do is make the life of certain animals out there no longer be put in a slaughterhouse. Some cows no longer be impregnated. Some babies no longer be taken away from their mothers. And you can do all that by adopting a plant-based diet, obviously, or being vegan because it's all about leather. It's about more than just
Yeah.
food. But food is just the biggest one for everyone. So what do you want to do going forward? How many more animals? It's a hard question, but how many more animals should be exploited for you going forward?
I think that we're good as we are right now. We I can speak of everyone in this world, but I know her. She's been my best friend for years. I know myself, and we're already in that world. We're already trying to change for the better. We're already she's not eating meat. I'm not eating meat as well, to be honest.
But you're eating a product that still exploits and kills animals, doesn't it?
Well, you don't know that though about
You
me.
said cheese.
Yeah, but you don't know how much cheese I'm eating and
But
when I'm
even if
eating it.
Just I do not know that, but even if you do
No.
that once a month, you still pay for the same thing, right?
I think it's still better than choosing to eat steak or McDonald's every day. I think a small change goes a long way.
But that's not the point that I'm trying to make, right? The
Yeah.
point isn't to see an injustice and say, hey, I do less
we
of
can't
the
answer
injustice.
a question
right?
how many more animals.
Yeah.
I think
I don't think we can do
Every-
that.
But you should, because that's the
We shouldn't,
because
though.
every single individual animal deserves to live just as much as you do. Every single
course, of
individual.
course.
Yeah, but you
It
say
is.
of course, but then you go around and you pay for products that exploit
okay,
and
but
kill
you,
them.
Okay,
you're
but-
saying to us be fully vegan right away, and that's the point I'm
You're
trying to
pushing
make.
your own
can't.
You
stigma.
can-
No, you're
That's not-
pushing your own
so just to be
stigmas
clear,
other
I don't
people.
care if you call yourselves vegan. I don't care if you're
Yeah.
part of any community. This isn't about me asking you to be a certain way. I'm just
Yeah.
asking you to not oppress animals, and I'm asking you to stop oppressing animals immediately. Yes,
So you're
because
not-
they deserve to not be oppressed just as much
Okay,
as you do.
yeah.
Is it wrong to ask somebody to not oppress animals immediately?
It's not wrong to ask, but it's almost
but
right
that
now
was
you're
not the-
pushing it.
that
It
was not
wasn't
the
the
question.
question.
The
It wasn't
question was how
question.
many more animals should be oppressed for you going forward, or should be exploited for you going forward?
How would you
It
like us
should
to
be
answer?
none. It should be
exactly.
none.
It should be
Yeah,
none.
it should be.
Well,
It should be
if it
none.
should be none, the only way to do that is to adopt a plant-based diet. Is to be. I know you don't want to. If you don't want to call yourself vegan, that's fine. I don't care about that. It's
Yeah.
to no longer oppress animals. That means no longer buy animal products. That's what I care about, right?
That's
Yeah.
being
And-
vegan.
Yeah. It is being vegan, but so many people have a problem with the label. So I don't care about the label. It's just to be
Yeah,
clear.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
asking people to be in a
Hurt
certain
animals
way.
For your own good.
I'm just asking.
Right.
I'm here
Yeah.
speaking up for them. You said they don't have a voice, and I understand that you're right. None of them have a voice, and it's wrong to exploit and kill hundreds of animals.
Definitely.
But it's even that one animal who doesn't have a voice, it's wrong to exploit and kill them. And I know you don't think of that when you go to the supermarket and you don't see it that way, but it is happening. That's exactly what's happening, and it is happening in your name.
I
So, and you can choose to not do that. I'm not asking you, I don't know what you're going to do going forward with
Yeah.
this. I'm just trying to explain you the reality of it. And the reality of it is if you continue buying it once a week, once a month, once a year, hell, you're still going to be putting one animal into the position of being
And I'm
exploited
very
to death.
glad you're bringing awareness to it. It's for a good cause, and what you're doing is amazing. I'm very happy you're here doing this. But yeah, I think it's like still very hard to.
Let's just do this.
Still, you know?
Let's just do this one, this thing. I'll give
Okay.
you 2 cards. I just
ahead.
want one small thing. Not for me, but for the animals, okay?
What is
You have my
going on
YouTube
with
channel also here. So there's a documentary here called Dominion. It shows you what animals go through. It's pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of blood, and you see exactly what they go through, including the dairy animals. If you cannot watch that, then the next thing is the most important speech you'll ever hear, is the second video that appears there.
Yeah.
Just to get you educated on what animals go through. You see, we learn about honey, you learn about fish, you learn about eggs, all of it.
Yeah.
And you just promise me you'll watch that, and when you watch it, just be honest with yourselves about it.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. And until you watch it, don't consume any animal products. Maybe you watch it tonight. That's it. Can we do that? That's the only commitment. Not for me, but for the
Of
animals.
course. Yeah, we weren't even planning on eating.
Okay, I appreciate it. That's it. I
Thank you
understand.
for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck with this. You're doing amazing.
Have a good one. Cheers.
Bye, TikTok.
Bye. I'm gonna go home. I'm losing hope. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do a chill stream because I'm kind of losing hope in humanity. It's a pity. These girls were really nice, and when I tried to get them to go vegan, yeah, they just wanted screen time and stuff. Yeah. Somebody's very happy that I'm losing hope on TikTok. It's okay, don't worry. I bounce back and I still continue even if I don't have hope. It's just insane to me, you know. It's just insane how we can be this way and still call ourselves intelligent. It's insane to me how we call ourselves, we're so much better than animals, we're superior. How? You're presented with an injustice that you're causing, and you're trying to dodge it and say, oh, don't push me. Whatever. Let's just feed some pigeons. That will make me a little bit happier. Hello, little pigeons. More are coming, yay! Feed the pigeons. Gotta love them pigeons. We're here to feed the pigeons also every day. Everyone, let's go more here so that you also see them. Let's see if some of them have string foot. I saw a really string foot pigeon today, but I didn't have any food on me because I was going to the gym when I saw them. There's a pigeon here that has this weird strategy where oh, there's also a crow. Let's also give some to the crows. Yeah, we like the crows also, not just the pigeons. Oh, you wanna come? Yeah. Maybe some of them wanna come here. Oh yeah. Like imagine thinking it's okay to harm one of these animals once a week. Why? Because somehow you just get some pleasure from it. Hey cutie. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, look at you. Oh, how can you not love pigeons? Look at them. God, animals make me happy. When I say I don't care about animals, I think I'm not being honest, because honestly, they make me so happy. I'm gonna let you go, okay? I'm gonna let you go so that... Oh, I see this guy wants to come. Hey, you wanna come? Let's see if one of them comes. Oh, it's still this guy. Look at him. He's the only courageous one. He keeps coming here. Look at how cute he is. Look at that. Oh no, oh no. Aw. Yeah, you got this, you got this. Eat a little bit, that's it. We're gonna feed the rest afterward. God, I love pigeons. I think it has to become a tradition now. From now on, we're gonna, okay, I'm gonna let you go, okay? So that I feed more of you. From now on, we gotta make a tradition where we feed more pigeons. Look how cute they are. Okay, that's it. That was all the food. I'm sorry, you're good, you're good. Chippy, you are definitely making a difference. People might get defensive in the moment and lash out. The crow is here on my bike looking at me. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, sorry everyone, but there's a crow here who's. Ah! I'm sorry, man, I don't have any more food. I think they're gonna start recognizing me, which is amazing. People might get defensive in the moment and lash out, but it will make them think long in the future. Your impact moves the needle. Thank you so much, Dandelion Gum. Can we get some doublets in the chat from Dandelion Gum? Chip, I know a vegan family here in New York. They own a restaurant cafe that serves animal products, cheese, milk, ice cream, cakes, but not meat. They serve vegan products as well. Would you eat there? If I'm in a situation where I have to, I would eat vegan products for sure. I wouldn't eat non-vegan if that's what you're asking. And the point isn't to, the point is to demand plant products, not animal products. Touching your mouth. Oh, you're right. You're right. Thank you. Well, I didn't use the hand that was on the pigeons, did I? So let me use the disinfectant because I do have that. It's a good point. Thank you for reminding me. I meant, is it like a mortal sin for a vegan to do so? We can eat in non-vegan restaurants. We just don't eat non-vegan things because we respect the rights of animals. Disinfect the mic handle also. Sure. I applied so much that, sure. Chip, do you still do Discord chat? I still do that, but Discord is kind of weird, so I'm gonna do TikTok. Tomorrow I either do a chill stream or a TikTok stream, but I probably won't go back on the street. I think I need a break from all of this. It's kind of, yeah, I guess they have no choice to stay in the big business. The vegan community isn't that large enough to pay the bills here. It's the same here also. A lot of restaurants closed. Some stayed, some closed. In fact, there's restaurants here who are vegan but don't say that they're vegan. I think that's the recipe for success. Who's the handsome man on my screen? Hey Russell, I'm Chip. Petition for Chip to play Undertale? I don't know what that is. Oh, I love them PGs. It's so insane. The detachment is so insane for us humans, isn't it? Chip, you need to rest. You work so hard. Well, you'll see how hard I work, Martin, because you'll see, oh, one of them went, they went like that. So cute. You'll see how much I work, because I'm going to make yeah, actually I have to go now, yeah, because it's been over 3 hours, huh? And I'm making a vlog today, so you'll see how hard I work, and you'll see what's in what I do every day. Yeah. I want to see Chip play Disco Elysium. It's a lot of brainwashing. Yeah, peace out. Yeah, well, thank you so much everyone for being here. Are you gay? No. Definitely not, no. We'll try to do, I don't know. I don't even know what to do next. I think let me see if I have a sign right now. No, I don't. Why are you always standing near Gay Street? It's a really good location. There's a lot of foot traffic. You have a wife? No, I don't have a wife. but I am romantically involved with somebody. Um, Pigeons that taste like shit. The thing about it though is that it's not. It's we just. I feel like we gotta stop thinking only about yourself and be so detached. Can you attach for a second? Can you for 1 second just get attached and understand that these animals are, they just want to live their life like you do. Like there's a pigeon here just trying to find a mate, like you are probably, some of you there. Then they were trying to find food like some of you are, you know, like you want to find food. They're trying to live, find safety, health, all of that stuff. We all want the same things. It's kind of fucked up. Romantically involved, fire up the rumor mill. Let's not yes, Leo, yes. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know when that one will be, but tomorrow B12 Babe is gonna go live if I'm not mistaken. She said in the stream, right, that she'll go live in Poland. So I'll see you in her stream for sure. And I will probably do a chill stream because I want to chill with you guys, and I've been wanting to look at some of your profiles and do a stream together. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe. Draculum, second attempt, appreciate you. Second account, Draculum, appreciate you for being here. And thank you so much everyone for being here. I want to give a shout out to Tone for being the first to comment on the stream that ended last time. I don't remember who commented first today. Was it Badger again or was it Martin? But thank you so much everyone, and thank you for the super chat. You know, I have days when I lose hope, don't worry about that, but I recover and I come back at it because I know how important the movement is, I know how important the justice towards these animals is, and I know that we're their only voice, so I'm not gonna stop. But consider picking it up, consider doing some activism also, because you see, if there's more of us doing it, then there will be more agreement, we normalize fighting against injustice, which is a good thing, and we also try to no longer have this injustice continue. So let's keep speaking up. Let's try our best. And also, everyone, I'm gonna try to make a Discord server. Since everyone asked me about Discord, I'm gonna try to make a Discord server specifically for debates, and maybe to hang out. But I'll keep you posted on that one. I'll ask VPM to help me out because they know very well about all that stuff. But yeah, I might make a Discord server where we specifically for debate. So if you want interested in debating me, you might just be able to do so by simply joining the Discord server. Did 2 live streams in the row. Nice, Jacqueline. I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? I'll see you, I don't know when that is, but as I said, tomorrow might be a chill stream, and for sure I'll see you in B12 Babe stream, okay? B12 Babe in her stream. So come back tomorrow, subscribe to me and subscribe to her. Somebody said I miss B12 going live in Poland. So subscribe to B12 Babe on YouTube because she's gonna go live on tomorrow. So yeah. Appreciate you. I appreciate the whole community, okay? Stay vegan, stay cool, and you know, be cool, be vegan, be smart, be strong, be vegan. And how late? I don't know that yet. I don't know the hour. That's why you should subscribe, because you see the hour. But yeah, thank you, Martin, for praising her channel there. But yeah, appreciate everyone, and also thank you for the super chats, everyone. Yeah. See you in B12, yeah. And B12 on YouTube for people on TikTok, on YouTube. B12 Babe, one word on YouTube. Is she going on the streets? Yes, she is going to be in Poland, on the streets in Poland, having conversations with people. I like promoting other activists, so if you feel like you do great activism, let me know, because I'm not always aware of everyone, and I want to promote more excellent activists. Oh shit, somebody fell off that guy. Oh, they're okay. I want to promote more great activists, okay? So if you have more activists that you think are worth promoting, also drop them in the chat and I'll do that. Gem is coming up. Gem is also going to be live tonight. Okay, yeah, that's true. So I will also be on Gems in around 3 hours, yes. Well, not. Yeah, in a row, exactly 3 hours. You're right, Ian. Well done, Ian Canada. Okay.